All right, welcome everyone. We're back to the terrifying terror known as the Tontine. In today's episode, I'm fairly certain that the Dutch are going to be knocking on the door and hauling the players away for war crimes in The Hague again. Before we get into that, we have a new esteemed compatriot joining us here today. Hello, Andy. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing quite fine. Now, Andy, why don't you give the rest of our Calhouns a little rundown of your curious character?
Okay. So Just Bob is a Goliath, and his parents fled Zendrick to give him a better life, but they were found murdered on the steps of a monastery, burned to death. And he was raised at the monastery, but as much as he tried to understand what they were teaching him, he really didn't get it. And his size made him kind of dangerous for all the other kids learning. So eventually they sent him off to explore the world and gave him some vague information about a quest and protecting ancient secrets just to get rid of him.
Somehow meanders into the Illuminati's lair.
He also he's got some psionic abilities but doesn't realize it. He just thinks things happen for him. Like he thinks everyone is telepathic.
Well, that would match up with Pebbles, because to Pebbles, everyone is telepathic.
There you go. And Bahamut has sent him to come join this little group, and he was told that he could be of help to you guys.
Okay. Um, Professor Pebbles, the thing I just told you is exactly
Please-
what happened. Yeah, and
Please read.
yeah,
what I
you.
just said back.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's exactly it now. Um, you see him, and being, a tenured professor, you immediately take advantage of him. So, now, Cog has disappeared to go do Cog nonsense. I'm gonna unpause the map. Um, okay, we have just bomb. Okay, we have everyone on the map. Everyone can see the map. We are all copacetic. We can see the map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ashwin and Cahoan are minding their business when all of a sudden, in a brilliant flash of light, appears Professor Pebbles and a really enormous Goliath who seems to be not quite there. There's a small note kind of pinned to the front of his chest. The note says, "Please take care of this man. Feed him twice daily. Walk him. Sincerely, Bahamut." And um, I imagine Professor Pebbles is screwing, putting the lid back on a small jar of food that is crudely labeled the Goliath Chow as they've put it away. And I'll allow you to enter into the scene as you see fit. You arrive exactly where you are. It is a gnarled underground crypt covered in bodies and blood and broken bones, and that's about it. So
Okay,
ahead.
so you know those like leashes that parents get for their kids? It's like a monkey backpack.
Yeah, he has one of those, and it's made out
I
of
have two of them. Two of them.
one for Mr. Whiskers.
One for Mr. Whiskers and one for. I'm assuming I immediately asked you your name, so I know that you're Bob.
Okay.
And Pebbles is going to enter the scene and go, Caholan, I did acquire a second. And motion towards Bob. And then say, I also still have the cat. And motion towards Mr. Whiskers.
You see his hair go up on the back of his neck, and he's like, "It is my duty to serve." I'm putting him on the map, and I'm making him. Still can actually say Mr. Whiskers.
I
All right,
raise my hand and say, "I'm just Bob. That's Mr. Whiskers. If you're getting confused."
I still have
Call-
the fucking Oogle-eyed snail too, and then I have something trapped in my book.
So, Colin looks carefully between Mr. Whiskers and Just Bob, and it looks like he has to deliberate for a moment to get it. And then he nods his head and says, "Ah, makes sense." And then I'm gonna pat Mr. Whiskers on the head, and then pat Bob on the head.
Just
Is it
Bob kneels down so you can reach his head.
is it typical for your group to enslave people like this?
Yes.
Yes.
Colin shrugs.
I am beside myself. I don't understand why. No, I do understand why the gods have lent me to you, and you need to release those. Those are slaves. You can't have those.
Well,
You
first of all, your
me
logic is flawed because you
to.
can't be beside yourself because you're standing right there.
Oh, are we going
So,
to get into the more, are we going to take things literally now?
Pebbles is gonna step forward and kind of do like a proper bow with his two right arms in front and his two left arms behind him. And he's going to say, "The Rakshasa was an enemy. Now it is a friend. Bob was not a slave. He was just a gift from a friend. He was
he's been
assigned to be my
gifted.
TA."
I've never been called gifted before. I like it.
Yeah, yes, Bob.
It's gonna be so hard to maintain composure as he does it. All right, carry on. Oh God, help me.
I would say that Bob rather enjoys my company.
Mm-hmm.
Bob still is a person and deserves autonomy.
Would you
I don't
like to
know
have
what
taken
that
the
is.
leash off?
No, it's fine. It'll keep you safe.
The leash will keep me safe.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, I, for some reason, believe that.
Just
He's a good
Bob
little
takes.
fellow.
Oh, sorry.
Well, this is something we'll work on.
Bob takes the leash like a foot above Mr. Whiskers and holds him up just like by his neck and say, "See, look at if he was falling, he wouldn't be safe without the leash." And then drops him back.
Mr. Whiskers dusts himself off and mutters a few things to himself in Infernal.
And what was it?
Oh, just like curses, like, I can't
Oh,
believe
okay.
that I have to deal with this. I am now attached to a dullard.
Well,
Wait a second, do I know Infernal?
I don't think you picked Infernal.
I don't think so either.
just Bob understands all spoken language.
Actually, that would be hilarious. You know what? Yeah, he understands it, but he can't speak it. That'd be great because it'll just lead to tomfoolery.
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on.
His telepathic gift gives him the mastery over all languages.
No, it's actually a monk ability.
Oh yeah, he does have that. He has a speech of the sun and moon.
Yeah.
So he just knows. He's not real good at it
Hmm.
though, but he knows.
Yeah. He understands the words, the meaning. On the other hand,
Keep.
Well, I feel like we have more pressing matters at hand anyway, so I'll circle back to this later. Let's just carry on.
May the divines
Oh,
offer me.
oh, what was your name?
Oh, I am Ashwin.
Mm. And what was your god?
God damn it, I forgot which one it is. Ian, how did this go again? I forgot.
Checks the inside of your card to remember what god you follow. um, we can you could fill it in and we can remember it later. Let me double check your backstory really quick. But
Oh, okay. Because
yeah,
I remember that it was just long story short, I'm a veteran medic who fell in the line of duty, and as a reward, I get to assist people now in a Warforged-ish body. So, yeah, that's kind of my whole situation.
Okay. Um.
You,
So, hmm. So very divine. This is out of character. So very divine centered then.
Yeah, very divine centered. If you've ever watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'm trying to like go for like a Holt vibe.
Okay. Okay. This is gonna be very interesting because Professor Pebbles is everything fiend and infernal.
Good. I feel like we're gonna bounce off each other well, hopefully.
Oh Lord.
But not in a belief way. He studies them
Okay,
and
gotcha. In
collects
that case,
them.
then, as long as you're not, aligned with it. But
I
that
just
actually
think
doesn't
they're
make
neat.
things a lot better. 'Cause you're just like neutrally, you're just like, I'm just studying this.
Yes, he is completely neutral, and all he cares about is studying fiends.
Fun.
All right. So I'll just pretend that you said a god, and Pebbles will go, intriguing.
Right.
Oh,
So
that
what were we up
one.
what were we up here for? What was the next thing?
You had three things you can do. You got wind that Satak is making his way towards the woods to the west in order to find the lair of Avash, the Twister of Roots. It's either in the Gloaming Wood or the Towering Wood. And the alternative, you can go talk to the Druidic sect that manages that forest and see if they have the inside scoop, maybe get there a little bit quicker. Or you can go ask the Fae that live in the northern section of the wood to see if they've seen anything. Either way, those are all three pretty reasonable options. But if you want to just run headfirst right into, a Dalkir, by all means, go ahead.
Well, good thing this is a democracy. We don't have to worry about Colin just jumping into it.
Yeah, at the present
Yeah.
moment,
Oh,
he at the present
Caholin's
moment.
not the one you need to worry about.
Okay, let me just give out of character this quick thing. So, a certain someone who shall remain nameless enslaved a Rakshasa, and then they commanded the Rakshasa to immediately take them to their leader. So of course the Rakshasa teleports everyone directly in front of the BBEG. So don't do anything like that. But yeah,
It's okay because we beat his ass with my giant legendary creature.
you did. You did a good job. Okay, I'm going to post it again. So you have three options here. Each one is viable. I imagine the party would probably be hesitant to going into the creepy Underdark forest without figuring out what is inside the Underdark forest. Is that a reasonable interpretation?
No.
Yeah, no, definitely not. You're just going like Leroy Jenkins, oh, and we all lost our legs.
Well, here's the
Well,
thing, though. Technically, this party would probably be more likely to accidentally cut down the entire forest.
Yeah, that's true. You would do that. So, what
So
do we
the
want to do here?
towering wood is undead. Yes.
The Towering Wood is undead themed, and the Gloaming Wood is fae themed.
Pebbles will
well,
turn
clearly
and
the
will.
most prudent thing for us to do would be to seek counsel in both areas and then enter the forests.
Pebbles will turn to Mr. Whiskers, and he will go telepathically, um, as he always does. I don't know why I needed to specify that. He's a Thrycreen. And he will go, uh, did you know anything of either of these woods?
He gives a long, protracted sigh, and he's going to roll history. He does it with advantage because he's old as shit. Um,
Probably do better rolling myself.
you probably would. He's not exactly the world's smartest boy. I suppose. I don't know. I remember something about that region of the area having some weird person turning people into wooden soldiers and what have you, but I don't remember where. Looks like that
Mhm.
person's probably there, though. I've been hearing those rumors
Given
for a long time.
okay, given that the towering wood is fiend based, can I roll history on it with advantage?
It is undead base.
You said fiend. You said fiend and undead.
Oh no, I
No,
must have
Fae and
misheard you.
undead.
Fey and
Oh.
undead. So the glowing wood is fey, and the towering wood is undead.
Oh, okay. Can I still roll history?
Yes, you can always roll history. I'm not gonna gatekeep knowledge. Let's see what we got here. It's like a bajillion, wasn't
It was
it?
27.
um, um,
Wait.
what? What do you want?
It was a 31.
Just say it. Just say it, Kahalan. What are you gonna say?
I cast guidance.
A shimmering pillar of light descends down from the heavens, turning Kahalan into a pile of ash with no save. Okay. With a 31, you realize that the towering wood is subject to the influence of Mabar, the plane of entropy, and those entropic forces would mitigate and harm Avash's twisting roots. It likes to mutate and cause things to grow and thrive. So the towering wood would not vibe very well with their modus operandi. They are probably going to be in the glowing wood.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Faye is outside of what were my abilities, so I do believe, with my knowledge that I had acquired of the towering wood, that we should be going towards the gloaming wood.
Well, if you're sure of that, then let's go towards the Glooming Wood.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to seek counsel before we actually directly enter it? Because technically, the glowing wood, you'd have to pass through um, the druidic sect and Laura Lindar. Anyhow. Or do we want to just raw dog attack the Dalkir immediately?
I mean, if we raw dog and attack the Valkyrie immediately, we have a decent chance of winning.
Yeah, you probably do.
Now, I assume that because of how spicy the Valkyrie and their history is, just going out and raw dogging the Valkyrie is not a good idea.
No, it's not.
So instead, I will be chased, and Kohalin will say, I assume we should recruit knowledge first.
Pebbles will nod his head and go, the pursuit of knowledge is always my goal.
Well, it sounds like we're all in accordance then.
Just Bob says, I agree with Mr. Whiskers.
God bless him. This is just what we needed was himbo energy.
Please tell me he has like a 20 in charisma.
No,
For no other reason.
he doesn't. He's real bad at that. He no good at talk. Okay, so do we want to talk to the Fae first, or do we want to talk to the Druids first?
Let's go with the Fae first. It's the safer option.
Why is the Fae the safer option?
Sorry, the Druids. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say yes. Go to the Fae first. Nothing stupid will happen there. like I definitely don't
What
have
can I say?
some.
I have a lot of faith.
So, okay, I guess we're going to go off and see the wizard. The druids are located in Greenheart, the capital of the Eldeen Reaches. You can just teleport right there from here. Who has the scepter? Yeah, what's up?
Would you say that we're off to see the wizard?
The wonderful wizard.
Yes, the wonderful wizard of Oz. And you're going to follow the Yellow Brick Road down to the Emerald City. Actually, if I remember, their headquarters is actually called the Emerald Palace. So it's actually, hold on a second. This is a little weird.
Seems
All right.
familiar.
This sounds kind of goofy. Okay.
We
Bob says
unintentionally just
seems.
created the Wizard of Oz.
Bob says seems familiar, and Pebbles is going to give him a pat on the head and go, yes, bedtime stories.
All right. So, do we want to teleport our butts out to Greenheart and go see the leader of the Wardens of the Wood?
Sure.
Sounds good.
All right. Zoop, zoop. You arrive in Greenheart. It is a city that is astride a large swampy marsh. The buildings are made out of carefully coiled vines and trees that have been painstakingly molded over the course of decades and centuries. Um, the place is relatively deserted. You see that there are people around, but they are in the far off distance performing chores such as working on a fish farm or tending to some wood or caring for a creature that's sick or things of that nature. All right. You see in the distance a much larger building that looks reminiscent of a Scandinavian thing, which is the annoying name they have for like their parliament buildings. You probably see them as those really tall, thin churches. It's covered in coiled vines and flowers, and you can see two very large, burly orcs standing in the front of it. A faint haze of incense curls out from sconces near them, and they eye the lot of you with bemused indifference, and they talk amongst one another in Orcish.
What are they saying?
They're basically complaining about how there was far too much cilantro in the meal this week, and then one of them's like, "How could you even like that? It tastes like soap to me." And the other orc kind of just puts a hand on his shoulder and goes, "I knew there was something wrong with you, and now I found out what it is."
Yeah.
Of course.
Love it.
All right, what do y'all want to do?
Well, I'm gonna go and approach them.
You come up, and the orcs raise their hands forward. Their hands glow a faint green, and two vines rise from the ground, arcing across one another, forming a firm X over the front door. They look at the lot of you and go, "What's your business here?"
We we're supposed to go inside.
Mm, my assistant was correct. We had business to discuss with the druids that lived here.
Hmm. You would know the name of their leader. It would be Oleon.
Uh, Olean specifically.
The orcs raise their eyebrow and go, someone would not know of the name unless they had business. Give me one moment. The orc kind of arcs his hand over his back a little bit and places it on the root. The root writhes a little bit, and you hear it kind of ring with this faint cadence. In the distance, you hear a kind of faint, warbled whisper that seems to almost carry itself over the wind. The roots disappear back into the ground, and the orc faces forward again. Oleon says he will see you in the inner sanctum. Please move forward. And they both are blade themselves, open the doors, and grant you entry into the interior of the building.
Thank you. Very gracious of you.
Um, Pebbles is gonna yank on the leash that is attached to Whiskers, and then say, "Good job" to Bob.
Thank you. I say to as I pass the orcs, I say, "Don't wash with cilantro. It's not really soap."
Yes, very insightful,
Oh
Bob.
my! Oh my fucking god! All right. The orcs look at him and think perhaps there is some wisdom to this person's words, and you see them just have this inscrutable look on their face, like what what song of the ages did this creature just sing to us? Now we must parse this meaning for some time. So you enter into the building, and you are brought forward into a large glade that seems to be near the back of the building. You walk through. There's a bunch of stones, rocks, trees, small forest, moss, and lichen. There's a very large tree at the center. Um, the roots branch out. Water comes down. There's a faint calm to the area. What would we like to do? Oh, outwardly there is no one here that you can see at all. The place looks empty.
Well, it seems like there's nothing else to do but just to continue forward towards the large tree in the center.
Okay. What are you going to do? You're in front of the big tree.
There's no one around.
There is
Um,
no one around.
can I nature check the tree?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. This is not a tree.
Okay. Why
Um,
is it?
I
how do you check the tree? Do you touch the tree? What do you do with the tree?
Um, I gently caress the tree.
You hear a faint yawn. Oh, oh God! I conked out for a while. Wait, what in the world? Hmm. Can I? Can I? Do you mind? The tree rises from its roots and slowly turns around, revealing a crude facsimile of an orcish face. It leers down at you. A few leaves fall off of its bough and canopy, and it scrutinizes the lot of you. What reason do you have to be here?
We're here seeking guidance
Hmm.
regarding the towering wood or the glowing wood.
Hmm. My people know something of these woods. I suppose you're already here. Hmm. What exactly do you need? The tree places himself back down in his roost, and you can almost kind of feel him give a sigh, like, yeah, that's the spot, right where the roots go. What can I help you with?
Well, what exactly do we need from them again? It's like we need to know about information regarding those two places, but like,
we need to know about the guy turning people into wooden puppets.
Yeah, the dude making a wooden army.
What?
Yes.
All right, so how are you going to phrase that?
Cahalan will speak up and say, "We were told that there's a man making people into wooden puppets.
The tree
He's a
furrows
master
a
in an arm.
the tree furrows a brow as much as the thing has brows to furrow, and looks at you and says, "You must really have your thumb on the pulse to know of a creature such as that. How long have you known?"
unfortunately
Roughly,
long compared to a tree.
yeah. What you call it? Cahalan looks at his wrist where there is not a watch and says, roughly a day.
Hmm. There is a creature out there, known as the Twister of Roots. For the past week or so, it's been a little more active than usual. The Wardens of the Wood, my sect, have been partnering up with the Gatekeepers and the Children of Winter in order to cleanse the forest of strange fungal spores. We've been making decent work at it, but it feels like every time we clear away 3 yards, it comes back 4 the next day. We're losing ground. Unfortunately, I can't send my people into that place because we're so few in number and I can't risk a single one of them dying.
I have an important question I forgot to ask.
Yeah, what?
Is this creature technically a plant?
Yes.
He's dead.
Why is he dead? Oh, well, he's
Yes.
well,
He's a
that's
CR
like
high.
it doesn't count. Like because it's
Okay,
like
good.
a non creature plant. He is a
Okay,
person.
okay.
Like
So, but I forgot that plants are in fact dying around me.
yeah, everything else around here is slowly withering away, and you see him looking at you like, "What in the what? Oh, whatever. I'll let it go. I'll let it go. Not today. Not today, Olean. Not today, Olean. Think of the sovereign. Think of the sovereign." He continues and says, "Now, what is your business with this creature?" Oh, actually, I forgot to unhide his token icon.
Oh.
What is your
Well,
business with this
he's turning
creature?
people into wooden puppets, and that's a very bad thing to do.
Wildly regarded as a very bad move.
In my culture, that is considered a dick move.
Hmm, I agree, it is rather unbecoming, but these creatures have been dangerous for quite some time. Do you know something of why they have suddenly changed tact? They have a strange consistency despite their origination in Zoriat.
No, I can't say. Does anyone else know?
No.
I just found out about it.
Um, what do we? We just know that they're Drakir, right?
They're Dalkir, yeah. There's a prophecy about if Sokoyo falls and Avash dies and Zatak kills him. Technically not Zatak, any Endling. It's just that Zatak is an Endling, so he's a threat. Um, it'll cause the end of the world. You can imagine, though, that maybe the Dalkir are also aware of this prophecy, and Avash is making some moves because they don't want to die and they want to thwart fate. Hence the sudden change in behavior.
Yeah, that.
You know what? Yeah, I'll look at the I'll look at the tree and say, are you familiar with the prophecy of the Dalkir?
Yes, I am. It's actually really funny you say that because he actually has a super long monologue about it. But I'll tell you about it later, unless you want him to tell you.
I would like to hear it.
Okay, sure. And he says, yes, I too recall the prophecy. Let me see if I still have it off the top of my head. Let's see here. You can go ahead and pin that. An endling made by a whisper that spread, a ceaseless sound that sprouted in minds, roots so deep they drank sanity dry. The whisper a song to fellow people as one, and it made them nearly all come undone. But the endling amongst them one of a kind, but there are about them 3 or 4, but of a certain kind. The endling may slay the 3 where they lay, but if the 4th should die, none will give way. The whisper will come, many nations succumb, but the ceaseless sound will ring sour once, and from then ring only in the graves that remain. The 3 or 4 slain from the skies will come, the Lord of things between, whose death will silence the ceaseless whisper. It has been burrowed into my mind. My compatriots, the gatekeepers, sealed the liminal lord away quite some time ago. I saw something in the stars the other day, and I feared that it has come. I I can sense almost that you lot, you smell of it almost. What is going on here?
What's he referencing when we say when he says we smell of it?
You have personally interacted with Sokoyo, and he can smell her on you.
Ah, Kahalan will speak up
Pebbles
and say,
hasn't.
Yeah, not you, but Colin has.
yeah,
Was
yes,
that
I
what he
have
did last week?
stood under her moonlight.
Just Bob goes over and sniffs him. What? I can't tell.
Oh my God. All right. You reek of her sour delight. You have been near her, haven't you? He's looking right at you,
Uh,
Colin. And actually, Ashwin was also there too, so looking at the both of you.
yeah, Kahalan said that he stood in her moonlight.
You basked in the presence of the liminal lord and allowed its sour light to wash over your body.
Well, I was handing her, I was grabbing a knife with her eye on it.
Huh. That's interesting. Well, this is a grave matter. The return of that creature means that the seals that the gatekeepers keep in bay are at risk, which means I'm likely going to have to bring back my people from fighting Navash in order to secure them. This is a problem.
Well, we, and Kahalan's going to indicate to the rest of them, are quite adept at fighting.
You lot do seem to be milk drinkers.
Did he say we're milk drinkers?
Pebbles would never.
I pet Mr. Whiskers.
Well, if you agree to assist us in this manner, I can send no munitions or men with you, but I can supply you with information. Does
That's
that
all we
sound
really
fair?
need. After all, we've killed several others of equivalent or greater strength.
Now, to my recollection, Sokoyo cannot be harmed by transmutation magic. I wish I could tell you exactly how the gatekeepers sealed her away all that long time ago, but unfortunately, the druid that performed the ritual, rather ad hoc, died during it. And it seems that that death was part of the reason it worked. they're the only one that knows. Unless you have some way of contacting the dead, I believe we're going to have a bit of a problem. But you might be able to piece together at least a partial picture by speaking to the leader of the gatekeepers. I think they'll be more than inclined to discuss with you now that this information has been brought to light.
Do any of us have the speak with dead spell?
They've been dead
How
for
does that work?
15,000 years.
Too long.
So it would be just really hard.
It's not impossible, but it would be very difficult.
Yeah, no. So what would we do for that then? If we gotta speak with them, is there any way to contact them besides speak with the dead?
In the previous session, when the party fought Alcazar, what did you all end up doing after you bonked him? Or what happened when you bonked him?
Volcano blew up.
Okay, aside from that.
100 million souls were released and
Okay.
fed from everlasting torture.
Okay, then. Who do you think is super rock hard about your excellent performance right now?
Death.
Yeah, and who do you think probably knows where that guy's soul is?
Death.
Death.
Yep, so you gotta go figure out how to talk to Death and ask him for a favor.
This
But yeah,
feels like Pebbles might know a little bit about it.
yeah, maybe. Um,
Pebbles doesn't know. Colin doesn't know anything about death.
yeah, he's never died, so he's like, oh, what's that? Is that some
Well,
kind of
I've died
Die.
once. What do I know about death? Can I roll?
You have the general zip code. Actually, yeah, go ahead and roll me religion with advantage.
Okay.
Can I roll regular religion?
Yeah, go ahead. God damn. With advantage, dear. What the fuck? God damn it, Pebbles. You son of a bitch. All right.
Hee
So, the holy roller comes up butt kissed on this. But apparently, Professor Pebbles, who knows all and sees all. Actually, I imagine that Ashwin and Professor Pebbles in tandem parse together a few rituals and practices that may have semblance of being useful in this area. But they're a little esoteric and they'll take some time to bring to fruition. That's something that I'm going to put together a little bit later, but you're on the right path. You have a way of perhaps contacting this long dead druid and figuring out what they did that caused Sokoyo to be sealed away. Does that make sense?
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flames.
Oh, sure, go ahead. Is there anything else we want to ask the Warden of the Wood, Olean?
Nothing comes to mind.
Now, Olean kind of speaks up again. I do not know where the lair is of Avash, but I do know that Avash does not seem to trouble itself with Fey scouts. I imagine if you were to go and plead your case with Lord Eversun over in Shea Loralindar, he would be inclined to assist you, especially because Avash has, how did he put it, the tendency to ruin his view. He's a simple-minded man. But as long as he likes the forest being kept proper and pristine, I don't mind him living up there. Feel free to seek him out. Go through whatever nonsense he's likely going to put you through. He's the sucker for theatrics. And see where that layer is, and make your way there post haste. Are there any things you need from? It's interesting.
I was like a D110.
Okay. Now, is there anything you all would like from our stores or anything that would assist you in your journey? We would be more than inclined to lend some material.
Do you have any health potions?
Ah, yes, of course. I'll have them sent to you. How many would you like?
3. Let's go. Or, I mean, personally 3. If anyone else wants some.
You all get 3 superior healing potions.
Sweet.
An orcish attendant comes out with a large case of poultices. The potion itself seems to be made out of ground roots and herbs, swirling in a faint silvery fluid, and hands 3 of them to each of you. They are superior healing potions.
Thank you. This will let us talk to death?
No, my dear friend. I think it would actually. Um, anything else? Yeah, we're
Just
more
Bob.
than
This would do the opposite, actually.
that. It
Oh,
would.
Hey, where do I find the superior healing potion?
I'll add it. Go to open importer items and then just
Okay.
type in superior healing potion and then set the number to 3.
Gotcha. I just thought it was like, is it under equipment or not?
All right. The druid will bid you adieu. Actually, he plucks a leaf off of his bough and hands each of you a leaf.
Does it die in my hands?
Oddly enough, no, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Says, whisper a thing to the leaf and throw it in the air, and the wind will whisper to you an answer. Use it in times of need to guide yourself if you find yourselves flustered.
I would also argue that since it's been plucked, it's already dead.
It is
So,
dying, but not dead.
It's dying. Yeah.
gotcha. All right.
Just like how if you cut a chicken's head off, like the head is still alive for a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's really rude. Let's avoid doing that. It's very rude. All right. So, you have met with the Grand Druid. He's given you a little bit of information on Selkoyo, and he's told you that if you want to get to the lair post haste, you should make your way out to Shea Lorelindar and see what Lord Everson has that would assist you. Is there anything we would like to do before we make our way out to the Fae
Whiskers,
Temple?
did you know anything of this death?
Rakshasas are like immortal, so you talk to him about the concept of dying, and it's alien to him. He just looks and goes,
Oh,
"What's
he's
dead?"
never like run into the man and passing.
Uh,
Puss
well,
in Boost laughs in the face of death.
what's die? I've never heard of this. What is this? Is this some mortal thing I'm too immortal to understand? Whenever I suppose cease for a moment, I simply reaffirm in Ashtakala, and from my ash and dust and bone I reform again. But I suppose there's a brief period where I'm nowhere. Would that be die?
We can discuss that later. Perhaps some music for our trip, Whiskers.
As you wish, master. He takes out a mandolin and just starts strumming some traditional Irish folk songs as you all make your way out of here. Now, is there anything we would like to do before we head out to the Fae Spire?
No.
Your mom.
Power, word, kill. One of these days, I'm going to do it. All right.
Ooh, this is a pretty map.
Yeah, no, I love this one. Let me just go down to this goofy section. Okay. You make your way northwest from Greenheart up through the glowing woods until in the distance you see a shimmering spire of pearl, marble, and gold. This is the characteristic sign of a Fae spire, so you know that you're in the right place. As you approach, you go underneath the boughs of several ancient trees and you emerge into a glade. In front of you is a faint gate, seemingly going nowhere, in front of which are 2 dryads bathing in the waters and singing songs to one another in Sylvan.
Um, Bob, dear, what were they saying?
What were they saying?
Give me an intelligence check to see how well you parse what they were saying. See how poorly this goes. It's gonna be a net one. Please be a net one. It's so goddamn funny if it was a net one. Please God, please God, please God. You just click under intelligence. You see it says -1, -1. Click the one on the left.
-1. Oh, I might have a different. Let me get a different sheet up. I think I have the wrong sheet.
Oh, okay. Click on the just Bob that's on the map at present. Let me double check here and make sure that
Okay.
it's set properly. Just Bob, just Bob. Yeah, if you go under actors, under the Faye Fellows, your Just Bob guy is right there. Click on that sheet. That's the one you want.
Okay. I'm so sorry, everyone.
No,
No
it's fine.
worries.
Don't worry about it.
You're good.
How dare you?
I just had to ask Ian how to roll in Forge, so no judgment.
No, I still don't see it. So
Are you on? Are you on the main sheet?
I'm on. What does it say? Tidy sheet.
Yeah, you should.
There's
It should. It's in your main sheet. Here, why don't we pause really quick? Screen share what you're doing, and let me see. Oh, okay. Let's see how poorly our friend did here. Let's see what we got. Oh my God. Okay, I am now going to PM Bob. Um, what egregious thing he just heard. All right, I sent it to Bob, and let's see how much chaos happens.
They're singing about cartwheels.
I'm sorry. About what?
The cartwheels, they go spinning round and round,
All right, thank you, Bob.
and
Good
then
job.
you say hello.
Uh,
Good job. Good
I'd
job,
like to roll
Bob.
performance to sing along.
I love how you just don't scrutinize this. You just roll with it. All right, go ahead. Give me
No, no,
that.
no. I have actual Sylvan, so I understand what they're doing.
Yeah. Bob heard it as something about somersaults. But what they're talking about is like the salts of summer, and they're singing about the salt of the sun and the succor of its light. And he misinterpreted that as somersaults. All right. You start singing along with them, and the dryads stop their singing and then look at you and raise a quizzical eye, and they mouth off to you in Sylvan. Ah, welcome, brother of the light. What business do you have here in front of the court of summer?
um, 1 second. Cahalan just pauses and furrows his brow, just now processing that we're in front of the court of summer. Uh, we are here to I look to the others. I missed the fact that we moved here. When
Oh,
did we move here?
I got this. Just Bob does a somersault.
Oh God! All right, quick. You can do athletics or performance for this if you want.
Says hello as he does it.
Oh Jesus! Oh good Lord! Yeah, you just click on
Yeah,
the athletics and it'll roll it. Perfect.
we're
You
we're
do.
here to get more information, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Colin will say that we're here to speak with someone old to get some information about a long dead druid.
Hmm. You're actually here to figure out where Avash's chamber is, but you can also ask the Fey Lord about that too. All right. The Dryads look at each other quizzically, raise their eyebrow, and go, "Ah, you must be referring to Prince Everson. Um, all right then. Well, there's just a few things that have to get out of the way before you can enter into the city. If you don't mind, step a little closer and bear with me." They reach inside themselves and pull out a small silver card, and they go, Please relinquish all cold iron, silver, salt, still water, and sense of poor manners. They will be given back to you if you are well behaved. Thank you sincerely, MGMT. The other dryad slaps him on the back and goes, "They mean management." Every time. Why do we even need the card aside from that many words? And in front of you,
Hearing that, Pebbles is going to turn to Whiskers and go, please put your suit on.
Whiskers reaches into a bag, pulls out a clip-on tie. Actually, it's one of those annoying frat guy shirts that just looks like a tuxedo, and he just like puts it on and then uses a clip-on tie. I am,
Yes.
I am ready, master.
And then Pebbles will turn to Bob and be like, be a good boy.
I'll be good. I don't have a tie, though.
That's all right. That's quite all right. Whiskers needs the tie because he's a cat.
Oh, that makes sense.
Odd.
All right. So the dryads in front of you appears a large crystalline basin, and in Sylvan it says, "Please relinquish all cold iron, silver, salt, still water, and sense of poor manners here. They will be given back to you if you are well behaved." I will post it in chat.
Just Bob gives up any and all of those kind of things.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have any of those items.
I don't think Pebbles even has any of that.
No salt, no cold iron, no silver, no salt, no sense of poor manners.
I might have salt. Hold on.
Yeah, double check. Also, all of you have poor manners, except Ashwin.
Why don't I'm a
Thank you.
professor? Why do I have poor manners?
You enslave people. It's poor manners.
And I made them wear nice outfits.
There's actually a small sign to the top right of the gate that says "No ties allowed. Only bow ties are accepted here." The sign's in Sylvan, though. Do you read Sylvan?
Oh.
Oh, oh no! Are you going to commit a faux pas in amongst the
I
Fae?
can't read Sylvan.
Cahalan will graciously point it out.
Okay, yeah, no, I do not have salt.
Okay, good. No one has any silver. Nobody's got silver on them anywhere.
Do have an ultraloth snail though.
That's fine. Let me see
We're
here.
all rich. We only carry gold.
I don't even carry money on me.
Oh my God, Cahoan, do you know what's made out of silver?
What?
Your ring of quicksilver, boyo. It's silver.
Wrong. It's mercury.
No, this
That's
silver
true.
ring. Okay, I'm not sure how to tell you this, but it's called Ring of Quicksilver because it's a pun. But the description that I wrote, because I made the item, says this silver ring. So
Oh,
Silver can also be a color.
yeah, that's true. Hey, actually, now you have to struggle with this. Do they want you to hand over objects made out of silver or objects that are colored silver?
If they want objects made out of silver, are they werewolves?
Inside there? Inside where?
Yep.
Well, technically speaking, they want silver the noun, not silver the adjective. Because otherwise, there would be a word at the end, all, silver, sense of poor manners. But otherwise, if you just leave silver by itself, it's a noun. Therefore, they just want silver. Because when you talk about a silver dress, it's not made of silver,
True.
it's a silver looking dress.
There would have to be a noun to go with that adjective.
Base, so you're right. They just want silver metal stuff. I was actually taking inspiration. That was amazing. Grammatical deduction. I love it. Taking inspiration. I'm scrutinizing everyone's inventory to make sure nobody has goddamn silver. Let's see what we got here.
I just checked and I don't.
Okay, the staff is made of ebony, mithril. Okay, amulet of wounded wisdom is made out of brass. Okay, I don't think Bob has any silver on him. God help us if he does. Let's see.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. No salt, no nothing. And let me scrutinize Boyo here. Yeah, the only thing he has made out of silver is his ring of quicksilver, which is hilarious. So, you gonna pony that
so
up, Boyo?
I can't give it up. It doesn't come up.
The Fae.
Sounds like you need to give your finger away.
Yeah, actually, I was literally about to do that. The Dryads look at you and say, oh, "Sir, do you mind?" Oh, it's one of those meddlesome curse things. All right. Hold still. And they grab your finger with a pair of pliers and they just snip your finger off. Ugh. They reach into a small drawer that's like in the ground, and it's like a vertical drawer. Like they just reach down and there's like a handle, and they pull this handle up, and there's a bunch of small little boxes in there, and it says assorted fingers. And they're like, "You're a satyr, right? Let me see here. How old are you?"
Oh, geez. He's not very old at all. Cahulan asks, age-wise, Feywild time or age-wise, actual sense creation time?
Oh, we don't need Fey years. Just give us sense the moment of conception.
Uh, roughly 20.
All right, all right. Oh, right here, 20-year-old stater finger. And they plop it on, bam. And then they stick the finger in the little hole, and they go, "You'll get this back when you leave. Is there anything else you need? Any on the silver? No salt? No still water? Wait, what about a sense of poor manners? I noticed none
What
of you
is
made any
still water?
introductions."
You
Are
may
we
call
supposed to
me
introduce
Cahulan.
ourselves to everyone?
Yes.
I see. Is that poor manners or high manners?
Actually, that's a good point.
Because
I
one
think
can be too polite.
that's true. We don't want to be
But you said a
stifling.
proper sense.
And sense of poor manners. I
Leave
don't.
you introduced yourselves either.
Well, we don't have to. We have name tags, and there's little name tags that says Dryad 1, Dryad 2.
Wait, does this mean just Bob is the only one who's being polite?
And then Pebbles is going to shake his head no and go, a polite introduction includes a handshake, and is going to hold his hand out.
How
One of
many?
them.
They
Two of them.
whisper.
The top two.
They whisper. They whisper amongst themselves, and it's like, I don't know anything about hands, but I don't know. It seems like it checks out. Like,
Do they take his hands?
yeah, they shake your creepy hands.
And then he will nod and go, Professor Pebbles,
A
um,
pleasure to meet you.
Professor of Dark Magic and Fiend Studies.
Uh, we can tell. Now, unfortunately, your friend here can't come in without a bow tie.
Um, Prestidigitation.
Zoop! It just turns into a bow tie. It's one of those. It's one of those obnoxious ones that actually periodically spins and goes. Woo, 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 woo. The Fae look at it and go, "Oh, that's going to be a hit." All right. They look you over and say, "All right, I suppose everything's in order. Welcome to Shay, Lord Indar. By all means, come in." The gate behind them opens up, a shimmering portal of light. A faint breeze blows in from the portal, and beyond it, you see a Fey village shrouded under an enormous willow tree with Spanish moss. The air smells of honeysuckle. You can see that there are people assembling tables and chairs, roasting meats, and cutting vegetables in the near distance.
Yeah, so my brain must have blanked out. How did we get here again?
It was teleported.
We teleported? And this is the Feywild or some other Fey place?
Nah, you're in the. This is a manifest zone of Thelanis. You're not actually in the Feywild.
Okay, Manifest Zone of the Lannis. Okay, cool. So she's unlikely to be here.
Yeah, I'm not. No, you'll be fine. So, what are we going to do now? There is a large portal of shimmering light ahead of you. What would you like to do?
Walk through it.
Yeah, might
Go
as
through.
well.
Okay, so all your characters are dead. No, you're fine. Before you enter in, four beacons of light, four beams of light fall down through the boughs of the tree canopy, and in your hand manifest golden envelopes in Sylvan addressed to you.
Well, I open mine and read it.
To those of you blessed with God's chosen tongue, it says, "You are cordially invited to the banquet of Prince Everson to occur immediately. Direct yourselves towards the banquet hall after you have entered into Chez Laura Lindar. Sincerely, Prince Everson." Please RSVP immediately. There's an enclosed envelope. Simply throw it into the air with your signature. Regards, management.
All right. Does anyone have a pen?
The dryads pat themselves down and they're like, oh dear, no, we're out again.
I have a recently bleeding finger.
Wait, hold on. Under my loot, I have an ink pen with ink. Never mind, I got it. So I sign it, I toss it in the air, and I hand it to anyone else who needs that.
It disappears into the air with a flourish and aplomb, and it smells like your favorite fruit. What is your favorite fruit, Ashbun?
Passion fruit.
Ooh, that's a smart choice. Okay, wait a minute.
I have a passion for it.
Can Bob even, like, write?
Just Bob just puts an X on it.
Also have an ink and an ink pen in my inventory.
All right, perfect. All right, Bob, it disappears into the air and turns into a puff of smoke, which smells like your favorite fruit. What is it?
Oh, that'd be a plum.
Oh, that's a smart choice. All right, Professor Pebbles, you sign it, goes into the air, smells like your favorite fruit. What is it?
A durian.
Wow, everyone is disgusted. Everyone's like, oh god, oh, what is that?
He's
Why?
a moth. He would like stinky fruits.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Colin, do you sign it?
Yes, I guess.
Okay, it goes into the
I
air.
have a question.
Yeah, what?
Just check your DMs.
I don't see anything. Oh, here we go.
Sorry, I'm typing it out.
Sure. All right, so Colin, you sign it. It goes into the air, and puff of smoke smells like your favorite fruit. What is it?
Good question. I would say plain old apple.
Ow! God damn it! What kind of apple?
What's the red one?
Granny
again?
Smith.
Granny Smith. I thought
I feel
Granny
like-
Smiths were the green ones.
A red delicious?
Mhm.
Granny Smiths come in both.
What the fuck is wrong? Okay, whatever. We'll get back to that later.
So the world's most.
Well, I'm trying to
misleading
think. What's a freaking fruit that would stereotypically be a goat's favorite?
Like
What fruit
everything?
do goats enjoy?
Oh, they actually really enjoy tomatoes because tomatoes are a fruit.
Oh, then it's a tomato.
That's a very fey answer. Disappears in the air and it smells like a really good ripe Roma tomato. All right. Oh god, this is like my favorite sequence I've ever run, and I'm also shocked that I got all of you to sign your names on a document in to the Fae in like 3 seconds. Like,
Check your DMs.
yeah, I know, I saw it, but still, kind of weird. Like, usually I have to try really hard to get people to pony up stuff in the Feywild, but you lot were like, "Yep, sure, cool, whatever." Sign on the dotted line. Respondez, s'il vous plaît. The Fae are now.
I feel like it would be very improper manners to hide a document inside of that. Oh, but you're right. I should have checked detect magic, but at the same time, it would just be rude if I couldn't read the contract.
Yeah, exactly. But you peel it aside and it says, by starting on this line, I agree to have an awesome time because it was specifically requested.
Did Whiskers sign?
Yeah, he didn't get an invitation. He's just your +1.
Oh, okay.
All right. You find yourselves in Chez Laura Lindar. It's a quaint little village. Ahead of you, kind of looming over the village, is the large spire of Chez Laura Lindar. Various Fae are carting around fruits and vegetables, hawking wares, salting meats, smoking meats, preparing vegetables and fruits. A lot of them are going about their business, rather amused. And ahead of you, you can see there are 2 guards in front of the front entrance of the spire.
Sorry, there's 2 guards and what else?
In front of the spire, and also a variety of assorted Fae bumbling around doing miscellaneous culinary tasks. As a matter of fact, one of them seems to be meticulously watching a souffle, and people are tiptoeing around the area where the souffle is baking. People are actually being relatively quiet out here.
Just Bob goes up to the person with the souffle and does a somersault and says hello.
Okay, roll me athletics. Let's hope that you somehow do this quietly.
We'll
Oh
see.
God.
I mean, if there was intent to be quiet, rather.
Yeah, that's true. He somehow does this front flip somersault without making a sound, and the Fae turns around to chastise him, but is instead actually impressed by his form and grace, and just kind of gives him this bemused look, like, you know what? Huh? That was pretty neat. And they hand him a cupcake.
Thank you. I
I
eat
put
the
my hand on
cupcake.
the cupcake. I wouldn't eat that. We're in the
What?
land of the Fae.
Oh, okay. I give her the cupcake.
Well, there's a difference. He was offered the cupcake.
He was given the
Oh,
Oh,
cupcake.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
if
he
I
was given the cupcake.
all right. In that
Uh,
case, then I hand it back.
It's the frosting to cake ratio is actually perfectly even, so you're not overwhelmed by the amount of cake. And the
oh no.
frosting, I know, it's like the perfect ratio. You look at it and it almost makes you cry because it's so beautifully well composed. All right. Um, Aside from the souffle, which is thankfully still intact, there's a variety of other Fae engaging in miscellaneous tasks, and then there's the two guards in front of the gate. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
All right. So who's going to be the brave soul? Please let it not be Bob. That walks up to the front of the gate and hands the guards their invitation so they can be let in.
Wait,
Pebbles will do it.
did we toss it up in the air and it came back to us?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought it disappeared.
Oh yeah, it did disappear.
you'll see. Just go up to the gate.
Pebbles will go up to the gate.
All right. And the guards are like, "Hello, welcome. Do you have your RSVPs?"
Yes, I signed. My name is Professor Pebbles.
The guard leans in and smells you and goes, "Ugh. Yep, that's you. You smell like durian." The guards smell each and every one of you, and go, "All right, your sense check out. Come on in." And they open the doors, and you're inside a resplendent banquet hall, which I have to remember where the fuck I put it. The hell did I call it? Oh, here we go. Everyone should be immediately on edge when they realize what the name of this map is.
Ooh.
Patreon.com/drmapzo. You're right, I am on edge.
I'll be quiet. Okay, so we got Pebble, Cahalan. I gotta put Mr. Whiskers down here at the end.
Whoa, there's two just Bobs.
Why are there two?
What?
I already put them on the map. That's why. Okay, let's put Mr. Whiskers in the middle of the table just for extra attention. It's like, do you have any small
And
children, preferably parboiled? What?
you should have named this map foie gras.
Well, that would have been funny. I like faux pas. Okay.
No, of course.
Now, before you enter into the banquet, and I'm going to tell you, I'm gonna I'm gonna read this off. There is a very large sign in front of the banquet hall that says "Rules," and there's a lot of them. I'm gonna read them off to you. Um, After you, there's gonna be a maitre d, and they're gonna say, "Hello, welcome to the banquet. I see that you've." He takes like a sniff and looks at Professor Pebbles. Have RSVP'd. Oh my word. Do you need a moment to familiarize yourselves with the rules?
Yes.
All right then. I'm gonna read them off and just try to remember as many as you can. Okay.
Oh God.
If you feel you have to spit or pour something out on the ground, give a verbal warning before doing so. If you're going to do something, do it. Hesitancy causes nausea. Please do not steal glances. Jumping to conclusions is strictly prohibited. If you must relieve yourself during a meal, excuse yourself according to the bylaws of the court you are seated closest to from the alternating left. Do not ask when the meal will begin. If you ask when the meal will begin, you will become the meal. If the leaves turn red, raise your left hand and offer praises to the high spite. Okay, then. Spoons are to be used for their customary purpose only. Please do not use the reverse side of the spoon upside right. Please do not butter your bread upside down. No ties. Do we have enough time for all the rules?
All right, let's see.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Okay.
Welcome back.
I was speaking and nothing was coming through. Professor Pebbles is going to immediately, because, psionic telepathy, speak to Mr. Whiskers and be like, follow the rules of the dinner.
He's like, I can't read. I don't know what they are. I can't read Sylvan.
Okay, so what I've got so far is if you need to spit, give a or something, do a verbal warning. Don't hesitate. Just do whatever you need to do. Don't steal glances, which I feel like that might have to. Okay, wait. How is it spelled? Because steal could be pronounced. No jumping to conclusions. Don't ask when dinner's gonna begin. If leaves turn red, raise your left hand and something.
Offer praise
Offer praise.
to
Okay, so
the
it was compliment.
nearest something.
Right. God, that one was a complicated one. Spoons used only for their purpose. Don't butter your bread upside down. And no ties. Anyone else catch anything?
Spoons can't be used upside down.
Okay, yeah.
And they're
Yeah,
meant to be. They're to be used only for their intended purpose.
And
Yeah.
and if you ask when the meal will begin, you become the meal.
Yes.
Right.
Pebbles is going to tell Whiskers all of that.
There wasn't one that I missed
Oh,
that was like a very complicated one about the second person to your left. Is that the one about the compliment?
Oh.
Don't peek. Don't go peek.
oh, no
If you need
peeing.
to relieve
Or
yourself, just
spit
don't.
or something on the ground. Yes.
No, the person to your left is about going to the bathroom. So hold it in, you bastards.
All right. Well, let's
Okay.
Oh, and
go.
don't hesitate because it causes indigestion.
Correct.
All right. Are you gonna inform the maitre d' that you are ready?
Yes. After telling Whiskers all of the rules and then telling him he must follow them.
All right then. So you enter in and you're seated. In front of you are a variety of spoons, forks, knives, crystals, a small spool of thread, a wooden bowl, a metal bowl, a crystal bowl, a metal plate, a wooden plate, a plate made out of leaves, a small bell, and a pen and paper. The rest of the Fae pile in, and you see a lot of them sit down at the table, and they all start reaching for the bell. What do we want to do?
I'm also gonna reach for the bell. I'm assuming we all have individual bells.
Yeah, everyone has like a small little hand bell.
All right, then I'm gonna reach for the bell as well.
Okay.
I stare at somebody else doing it.
Give me a, I don't know, performance to see if you mimic their mannerisms while you're doing this. Not bad, not bad. Everyone give me a performance check to see how well you mimic. You're also welcome to do insight to see if you can kind of intuit what the fuck they're doing. Um, I'll allow insight or performance for this to make sure that you're not,
Oh,
egregiously harmed. How was Bob? Of course, fucking Cahalan. Yeah. Go ahead, cast guidance on yourself. Like the 28 wasn't gonna fucking pass. Like, God, you fucking asshole. All right, Professor Pebbles.
Yes.
Give me your insight or performance check to see if you can go along with the farce, and I will roll for Mr. Whiskers. He does fine. He bullshits his way through this like a champ. Set your rolls to not private.
Oh.
All right. Everyone just kind of meticulously clocks one of the Fae and just matches your mannerisms beat for beat. They pick up the bell and they ring it once. They put the bell down, they ring it again.
I didn't
And
speak as Mr. Whiskers. Sorry.
because you probably have them selected. They ring the bells, and then they deftly put the bells down and look to their left and look to their right and tap the bowl in front of them. And a lot of you, with surgical precision, expertly mimic the kooky mannerisms of the Fae. And you can see the Prince Everson, the guy at the front of the table, seems to be almost impressed by your deft understanding of summer court dining etiquette. Welcome, welcome, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you all here today. We have four esteemed guests. He stares at Mr. Whiskers. And our usual gaggle of compatriots. As usual, it is a pleasure. Let us begin with the first course. We will be doing a few aperitifs in order to open up the mind and the palate. Please prepare yourselves. You start hearing this kind of like booming dun 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 dun, kind of like heavy drum beat that's kind of coursing everywhere around you all at once. And then emerging from various angles out of the doors are nymphs carrying very large crystal goblets. Each goblet is probably looks like it holds about 2 gallons, and they prop the 2-gallon cups in front of everyone. It is full of what seems to be a kind of spiced brandy milk punch.
That sounds delectable.
You
I
see
check to see if anyone else is drinking.
the Archfey aren't. You do notice, though, that they all have their pinkies out, and they are reaching for the cup. Everyone give me, perception, performance, or insight to see how quickly you clock this and how swiftly you respond. Okay, you did a good job, you did a good job, did a great job. Okay, I don't know why you rolled twice. Let's get Mr. Whiskers. See what he
Perception
does.
and performance.
Whiskers
Okay.
rolled a 14.
No, that's fine. He sticks out his finger, and you can tell he's like really gritting and bearing. He's like, "Oh, this politeness is fucking killing me." And Prince Everson says, "And begin!" And they all just start fucking frat guy chugging these things. Everyone give me a con save.
Holy shit.
All right. If you got below a 16, not a good time for you. Oh, Mr. Whiskers, even though he's technically immune to poison, I think.
I literally could not have. I hate everything. Could not have gotten anything lower.
Ooh, Mr. Whiskers not doing too great.
He is, in fact, not immune to poison.
Weird. Professor Pebbles, Ashwin, and Mr. Whiskers, you quaff the 2 gallons somehow, but it's not sitting very well with you. How do you respond?
Grin and fucking bear it.
I'm give a verbal warning that I might throw up.
All right, then. The Archfey, who looks like, I don't know, like a super jacked sea elf, looks at you and says, "Well, are you going to perform the ritual?" He seems to be deeply offended because he's the guy whose culture you have to do if you're going to throw up around here.
Sorry. Ah, shit. God damn it. You're right. I just go for it.
You're just gonna wing it. Choose any stat you want. Any stat, any ability you want. Any ability you want. and then you tell me what you're going to do to use that ability to pantomime whatever his culture is, and let's see how close you get. Watch, it's going to be a fucking nat 20.
I'm gonna use insight. I feel like the most applicable. And bada bing, bada boom, let's go.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
I'm gonna use my insight. Sorry,
Okay,
I'm gonna use my inspiration to roll again.
sure, go ahead.
There we
Oh
go.
my god.
With with
Oh,
guidance.
that's good. So 29. All right. I want you to. How do you think the weird Fae of the Waters would respond to a ritual in order to throw up? Go ahead and give me something nonsensical. Because whatever it is, you nailed it.
I Right. So I stand up, I spin around like a whirlpool, and vomit into the cup that I was just drinking out of.
The rest of the Archfae start clapping. It's like, wow, didn't even spill a drop. Truly a forceful display. Prince Everson says, we thank you for your affluence. And one of the nymphs comes by and takes your cup away, and you can hear just sloshing puke as they lift him, move it away. Ah,
Oh, that held a lot more than I thought it was going to.
yeah, because you rolled high. I'm not going to penalize you for, being goofy. All right, let me see here. I'm trying to remember all the goofy rules here. There's like a faint piece of silence here. All the Archfey kind of bow their heads, um, and they get quiet really fast, really quick.
I'd say I remain silent, but that would be hypocritical.
So what are you going to do?
Remain silent.
All right. Is anyone else
I'm gonna
going to
start.
do anything?
Oh,
Anything
and
else?
bow my head, obviously.
Okay, perfect.
Nope. Doing the same thing.
All right. Anybody else?
I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing.
All right. Kahalan?
Colin's gonna where were they pouring the drinks out of?
The drinks arrived being carried by nymphs, already full of brandy.
Oh, okay. Um, I would like to flick the lip of my cup
Mm-hmm.
and point to the one that brought me mine.
All right. The nymph stops and looks at you, appalled. All together, Archfey hear the ringing of your cup, and they look up and they look at you and go, "You broke the silence. He broke the silence." The rest of the Archfey look at each other, all concerned. "He broke the silence. Now he has to fix it. Fix it. Fix it." The Archfey all start pounding on the table. "Fix it. Fix it." What are you gonna do, Cajon?
To fix the silence. Let's see. Oh man, if I had the silence spell, it would have been perfect.
Oh, I know that would have been
Unfortunately,
fantastic. You're gonna have to get
I
clever now.
do.
let's see.
So I cast silence.
Okay.
No, I have to be the one to fix it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I have to be the one to fix it.
Do you have the spell mending?
No.
Damn.
Ooh, wait.
How
Oh,
will you fix the
Pebbles
silence?
has sealing wax. If you would like the sealing wax.
You just slap wax on the air and it works. Whatever you, how do you want to do this, man? Like, there's a lot of room for goofy shenanigans here.
Yeah, I'm Can I fix the silence by using overwhelming sound?
That's kind of weird.
After all, if your ears are ringing, can you tell if there's sound at all?
Yeah, you can, but you're welcome to try this.
I pull out a fuck ton of fireworks.
Oh my fucking god!
I'm sure you saw that in my inventory. It's literally a fuck ton of fireworks.
All right, go ahead.
So, it's the artillery shells, like the ones that you put in the tubes.
Yeah.
You just see me pull out tons of those and light
the
them all at
mortars.
the same
Yeah, the
time
mortars.
using the mortars. I use sacred flame to light them all at the same time.
You set off an enormous explosion. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Well, wouldn't it all go into the air? How tall is this roof?
It's like 15 feet. Like you're oh no, Mr. Whiskers!
Oh,
I'm
no.
going to kill you.
All right, hey, Jack. Because you did this. Roll me 20d10.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh man, Mr. Whiskers only has 110 HP. Holy shit.
Wait, what kind of damage would it be?
Oh god, fire. Here, let me
It'd be
see.
it'd be non-magical.
It.
This is okay. He's immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from attacks that are not magical. This is technically not an attack, but it's not magical, so he's immune to it, which is weird. Mr. Whiskers, yeah, you're lucky. Mr. Whiskers disappears in a ball of flame. The entire area gets wrapped in fire. If you rolled, actually, I'll say everyone passed. You take half that damage in fire, half of 113. The rest of the
I got Shield Master.
so you're gonna take, you pass, so you take none. All right, good. Just Bob, you got anything to? Oh wait, you
Wait,
have
so this is
evasion.
non-magical fire?
I have
Yeah.
evasion.
Okay, so just use your reaction, 0 damage. All right.
What if I spoke to it? What if I asked it to please not hurt me?
Make a persuasion check. What the fuck?
Wow.
You say,
You just add the fire to pretty please don't hurt me.
fire, please don't hurt me. And then the fire goes, you know what? No one's ever asked. And then the fire just disappears.
It's just like it goes around Pebbles.
The fire actually doesn't hurt anyone. It's just so goofy. The
You guys will hear Pebbles out loud say, "Thank you, friend."
That was a miraculous roll. The fire subsides. The Fae all have singed eyebrows, and they are blinking and going, "Wow." Um, um, don't do that again. But that was interesting. That certainly added a little moxie to the evening. Oh, I do love it when things are explosive.
I give a
What?
bow and sit down.
All right, it is now time for the appetizers. He claps his hands. Everyone has a tray put in front of them. It is a small silver tray, about 4 inches across.
Wait, I thought silver wasn't supposed to be here.
Yeah, only the Archfey gets to have silver. He's prideful. Now, you see the rest of the Archfey immediately open up their little trays and immediately begin to scarfing down on what seemingly looks like nothing. What would you all like to do?
Give it a try.
Okay.
Same.
You open it and there's seemingly nothing there, but you pantomime what the Archfey are doing, and you just start eating. When you put how do you eat it? Spoon, fork, knife, hand, boof it?
Whatever they're using.
Yeah.
They're all using their hands. Actually, they're tearing off little pieces of bread and seemingly dipping it in the air in the dish itself.
Okay. Ape their emotions then.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God.
The fact that it's still a 12. Pebbles really is dropping the ball. He's got 4 hands and he can't figure this shit out.
You just start eating one of your own hands. You're like, ah, shit, not again.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We'll go to Pebbles last. Ashwin, what is your least favorite emotion?
Um,
Girl.
Anger.
All right. You take a scoop of the material and you eat it, and you were reminded of, and you feel almost the last time you experienced just unbridled, blinding rage. What was that?
It was when my it was a moment where God damn it. Unbridled rage. I felt unbridled rage when a cart ran over and broke my shin when I was 12.
Huh, okay. I like that. That's interesting. Okay, just Bob. What is your least favorite emotion?
Fear.
Fear. Okay, perfect. You take a big scoop of it, and you are intimately reminded of the last time you felt intense fear. What was that, Bob?
It was when he was first sent away from the monastery and he was up in the mountains. And for a while, anytime he came upon something, he could just beat it up because of his strength and size. And then one night, someone approached him and he tried to punch this person, and his hand just went right through it like it was, like a ghost or turned into like ethereal or something like that. And he realized he couldn't fight it, and that scared him, and he ran away.
Huh, okay, I like that. It's pretty neat. Okay, Kahan, what is your least favorite emotion?
Desperation.
Okay, then. You take a big scoop, you eat it, and you are intimately reminded of your last desperate moment.
The memory is fuzzy. Fuzzy in the way that a manipulated memory would be.
Okay, what was it?
It has to do with the how Cullen has gotten to where he is today, serving
Huh,
the Lady in Shadows.
okay. It comes in a little fuzzy. All right.
Yeah, you know why,
Okay, okay. Now, Professor
but
Pebbles.
it
Yeah,
does leave him unsettled.
okay. Now, Professor Pebbles, what is your least favorite emotion?
Inferiority.
Ooh, look at that. You will remember, you intimately recall with unreassuring clarity the last time you felt small. What was that memory?
Um, Probably when he first joined the Tontine and he watched Cuhullin feed a bird a bug.
Fucking racist. All right. Mr. Whisker's least favorite emotion is pain, but to him, he just envisions himself like helping an old lady cross the street with no ulterior motive or game, and it just horrifies him. It's like, I can't believe I did that. It's so horrible.
I will never emotionally recover from this.
I will never financially, I will never spiritually recover from this. Okay. They take away that course, and then um, out comes loaves of bread and butter and knives, and they plop the bread, butter, and knives in front of a lot of you. Um, And in this moment, you see that everyone disappears. You're like shrouded in a kind of bubble, and you don't know. You can't see what everyone else is doing with the bread. And this is the test. Uh, how do you butter your bread? And just to make sure, or what do you do with the bread? I want everyone to
I
PM it to me before you actually do it, so that we don't have people influencing how other people do it. And then we will go one around the table to see how we butter our bread. And then we'll see if you get it right. Oh, actually, instead of a knife to butter the bread, there is only a spoon. Dun 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 dun. So everyone, please PM me how you butter the bread. Okay, we got one. Bread stealing horse. Poor Mr. Whiskers. He's gonna do something weird. Okay, interesting. Okay. There's some very unorthodox buttering methods going on here. Okay, good, good, good. All right, Frester Pebbles, how do you butter the bread?
sent you a DM.
Yeah, I know, but you have to say it for the recording.
Oh, I pick the bread up, ensuring the crust is atop. I take my spoon and scoop the butter as though it is ice cream, and I wipe as much of the butter as I can onto the top of the bread, and then I telepathically inform Whiskers and Bob of my method.
Okay, then. Bob, how do you butter your bread?
He is afraid of the spoon because he of the threat earlier, so he just picks up the bread like it's an like a glove and just grabs the butter with the bread and eats it.
All right, Colin, how do you butter your bread?
Uh, very similarly to Bob, I take my bread and I put it against the top of the butter and wipe, essentially slapping the butter against the bread.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Okay, then. Ashwin, how do you butter the bread?
I don't.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna roll a d4. And whoever's method is right is right. Let's see whose method is right. Oh my god. Okay.
Mr. Whiskers rolled that d4.
Huh? Yeah, he just does what you do, so that's fine. So it's because I have him selected. So the things it rises all of the shields, and you look around, and much to everyone's horror except Ashwin, no one else has touched their bread. And the Fae just look at Cahullin and Professor Pebbles and Bob and Mr. Whiskers and go, "Oh my God, you touched the bread? But your hands weren't even dirty."
Wait, our hands weren't even dirty?
Yeah, the implication of that is they use the bread as a napkin to clean off their hands.
Interesting.
You see them take the butter and then they kind of like work it into a lather over their hands, and then they wipe the butter off with the
Pebbles
bread.
is going to nod his head and apologize and say, I apologize, my moth kind do prefer to eat things such as napkins. We do enjoy textiles.
Lord Eversun looks at you and says, "You know what? That is very interesting, and I might incorporate that into a subsequent banquet dinner. Thank you
He
kindly."
nods and he goes, I would be honored.
All right, the main course comes around. It's actually just a hearty goat stew curry with some coconut and cilantro and the ginger and everything. And served on the side is some buttered naan and some carbonated yogurt to drink. The rest of the meal,
I'm sorry, what?
carbonated yogurt.
Okay.
Carbonated yogurt.
Bob attempts to get back in their good graces by taking the buttered naan and just start wiping his face with it.
You start doing this, and the rest of the Archfey look at each other like, "Oh man, that's a good idea," and they start kind of pantomiming you because they think that you're like wiping your face in the year 3023, and they're just kind of pantomiming you and what have you. Eventually, the main meals get carted away. Does everyone eat their delicious curry?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then. Everyone's HP maximum goes up by 1
Oh.
because of the delicious meal. All right, sure, go ahead. Now, the lot of you, the plates are taken away, and the rest of the Archfey scuttle out. Actually, let's take a quick pause. We'll come back in like 5 minutes. Welcome back, everyone. We're all done with our appropriate potty breaks. Hopefully, all of us have been trained. The rest
Winston was a good boy.
Good, good, good. The rest of the Archfey conveniently leave. Let me just dispose of them. Oh no, we're gone. And the rest of you move up closer to the table. Prince Everson gives a faint kind of curtsy and a bow and says, "Welcome. I'm intuiting here that you have something you need to ask of me. You have a certain hesitancy, my stomach, and it's quite obvious. How can I assist you?"
We need information.
Please, the dinner entertainment is worth a few words. What is it that you need to know?
We were asking about what's their face, right? What's no?
Avash, the twister of roots.
Yes. It's about Sabash.
Avash.
Vash.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it in the fucking chat. Um, Avash.
Vash.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm just gonna move on from it. So, son of a bitch. The prince goes, "Ah, yes, that twisted cretin. What of them do you need to know?"
What's their general location? Where do you think may find them?
Hmm.
We need to get our hands on them.
My scouts have actually found the festering wound of theirs that burrows into the earth. I believe that is the entrance to their foul lair. I would be more than happy to lend you a map towards it so that you can get there post haste.
That'd be most appreciated.
Is there anything else you need from me aside from words? I have those in spades.
Do you
Do
have them in
you
clubs and hearts and diamonds?
As a matter of fact, I do. He gestures towards the wall, and they are covered in clubs and hearts and diamonds and spades.
Ooh.
Pebbles is going to lean forward and ask, do you know anything of a shrine associated with the Vash?
Hmm. I recall finding a strange village my scouts came across, inhabited by myconoids. They were oddly friendly. Usually the cultists of Avash like to bond themselves with nature. I can only imagine that that strange village is of their doing. Or a shrine, I suppose, in a broader sense.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you would need? You, my dear? He's looking at you, Ashwin, when he says that.
Oh, no.
Nothing?
I'm here to make sure they don't get into troubles.
All right, then. Well, feel free to take some more napkins on the way out, and I think a lot of you will do fine. He snaps his fingers, and nymphs come out with a mahogany box, and they open it. In the interior is a very thin piece of amber And upon it, you can see a rather precise rendering of the nearby woods with a path through it leading towards a gash in the amber itself, almost like a pockmark. Follow the map. The light within it will guide you towards where you need to go. And if I may make a recommendation, I would recommend you go on foot so that you can feel the scars of Avash and how they dig into the world. Only by seeing the way that it digs its roots in can you know how to get rid of those roots. That's the thing with plants. They can't live without them, can they?
Pebbles is built for this.
Yeah, you are.
Holland just slowly looks over at Pebbles.
Just give each other like the nod, like you know what to do. You know what to do.
Just run around, bro.
All right. Are we ready to vacate from Shea Laura Lindar?
Yeah, I go retrieve my finger.
Yeah, on the way out, out of when you exit Fey TSA, they hand you your finger back.
Thanks. But you know what the funniest thing is? Kahalan and Pebbles are a wonderful combo. Because I can just pick up Pebbles, dash 3 times, and then run across killing a whole bunch of plants.
It's just rude. You exit and you make your way outside of Shea Laura Lindar. Cahowan is given his finger back, and the Dryads are accommodating and give you all of your fingers post haste. You make your way.
Kahalan looks at the spare fingers and is just like, wait a second, these aren't mine.
Wait a minute, I don't remember getting a manicure. All right. Jack, can you see the map?
Yes.
The one with all the fire?
Loading.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, you make your way through the winding bogs and bows, and you can see that there's small, strange fungi and wrapping vines and kind of twisted roots forming around the base of a lot of the trees and plants. The leaves are turning red, and the coloration on everything is ever so slightly off. The trees, instead of being a rich, luxurious brown, are an almost sickly yellow. The soil itself goes from a kind of volcanic red to a kind of pallid, pale white, almost like ash. You move your way
I raise
forward.
my right hand and compliment someone who's two spaces to the left of me.
No one who is walking 2 spaces to the left of Ashwin? Whoever says anything first.
There's Pebbles.
Okay, so go ahead and compliment
Your
Pebbles.
pursuit of intellect is admirable.
Thank you.
I love that. Eventually, it starts. Faint motes of white begin to fall upon you. They are immediately recognized as ash. You move your way through the forest, and night begins to fall. And in the distance, you see a great light. You can hear the distant crackle and flame, and you can hear yelling in the distance. Aside from Dumbo, does anyone understand Orcish?
No.
Okay.
No.
Now, Bob, you hear Orcish, and even at this distance, with the conflagration, and even with your mighty intellect, you can hear them saying, "We need more fire." And you see explosions in the distance, bolts of lightning arcing down from clouds that don't exist. And a lot of you enter into a large open field, kind of below a plateau, and you can see above you a variety of orcs are casting lightning bolts down on shambling wooden creatures brandishing weapons. Enormous tree ants. Tree ants are felled by lightning bolts that split them in half. And you can see a brief moment of calm as these beasts are felled by these orcs. And the orcs look at one another with aplomb, and they turn and see the lot of you down in the mesa, and they yell at you in common. If you have arms, use them. Assist us in this battle. Come, quickly.
The orcs
Oh,
are fighting the Ents.
Yes, you can see there. You can tell from here that the creatures that they are fighting are warped and twisted mockeries of the real thing. You can intuit that these are the creepy wooden soldiers that was reported in the newspaper.
ah.
Gotcha.
Okay. A bolt of sacred fire obliterates one of the creatures. Everyone is just welcome to make an attack roll if you want to assist, and then I will narratively describe how it helps. Because this is not combat. This is just, bumbling around combat. Perfect. But everyone is sacred flaming. Another bolt, another torrent of sacred flame, and another creature gets felled into ash. Mr. Whiskers kind of just looks around and uses his claws to slice one of them in half. All right. And Bob just starts bludgeoning dudes. Just
Does
brep.
Mr. Whiskers' attack get accompanied by a meow sound?
Yes.
Yes.
I'd
Professor
like you to
Pebbles.
make it.
Meow, meow. Hiss, hiss. Cat sound, cat sound. So, the creatures are felled, and the orcs look at one another with aplomb and bow. Thank you kindly for your assistance. We've been battling these creatures for days. They keep coming out of the wood. We've resorted to having to burn the place to the ground just to keep them back. What brings you out here into this foul wood? Mm.
I
Give me
was
a
following them.
Give me a perception check with advantage on these orcs, because they are much different than the normal druids you have seen. We have the best perception checks, the best. Oh, god damn it. God damn it,
Oh!
Colin!
Wait.
Don't you fucking dare. You stupid fuck. Okay. These orcs are covered in pale ash, but you can tell that this isn't the ash from the trees that have been burning. It is a different color and texture, and it seems to have almost been clotted onto them like makeup. Um, Streaks of pale white paint line the exterior of their faces, almost tracing the contours of their skull. Skulls actually ring around their hips. The skulls vary. Illithid skulls, human skulls, elven skulls, and even other orc skulls. Dangling around each of their necks is a single pendant of a scratched, gnarled tooth, likely that of an ogre or some large monstrosity. They're wearing tanned animal hides, and they carry a variety of crystalline weaponry. You've heard of that symbol. These orcs are known as the Children of Winter. They are a druidic sect that's relatively secretive. You've only ever heard of them, but you don't know their beliefs necessarily. They see
So
you.
we take it you're the Children of Winter.
Yeah, it's a druidic sect called the Children of Winter.
All right.
If you'd like to roll religion, you are welcome to see if you can clock a little bit more about them. God damn it, Professor Pebbles. Your stupid goddamn religion rolls. God. It's because they have expertise. Now, give me that roll with advantage, Ashwin. Let's see if you can somehow manage to beat old boyo
Oh yeah,
over
there's no
here.
fucking way. I have a +5.
Yeah. Wait, are you not proficient? Give yourself proficiency in religion.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you can go ahead and roll again.
Um.
I think Professor wait, why are you adding a D8 to your intelligence checks? Oh, is it because of your wild talent?
Me?
Yeah.
Um, probably.
All right. Somehow Bob. Okay. Okay.
Still no.
Jesus. All right. Well, Ashwin and Professor Pebbles come together, and you recall that the Children of Winter are a druidic sect um, that basically venerates the destructive cycle of nature. You know how like a forest fire comes in and it clears the land for new growth? That's how they operate. They think that disease and famine and things of that nature are deeply sacred. So it's actually a bit unusual that they're here burning the forest down and destroying these strange aberrant creatures. You get the feeling that they think that this is unnatural and that they don't care for it occurring. You don't have to really worry about them, say, being opposed to what you're doing right now, despite their usual tomfoolery.
Shenanigans.
So, what brings you down
So
to this foul forest?
We are after the Avash.
Ah, the Twisted One. It dwells some distance ahead. We've not been able to get close, but the past few hours have been strangely quiet. It seems the creatures are thinning, almost like they're being drawn somewhere else. It's a bit concerning. The orcs look at one another. Are you to... What do you seek with the Twister of Roots?
We're going to beat his ass into next Wednesday.
The orcs look at another one another and chuckle, and it's like, you cannot slay that creature. It is immortal. We've been trying to kill it for 9,000 years. We've never gotten close.
I did not say we were going to slay him, just that we were going to beat his ass.
If I was to beat your ass, I'd make sure that you would be gone. But I suppose different folks, different strokes.
It is a temporary solution.
All right. Well, if you need any advice, they're about that way. A little bit to the northeast. Probably no more than, I don't know, 5 hours through the forest, as long as you move swiftly and with abandon.
well,
But be
really
careful.
thank you for your hospitality.
You're welcome. If you see any of these foul creatures while you move through the mire, kill them. They are not of this world, nor should they be. They should be consigned back to what they were, rot.
And why is that, if you don't mind us asking?
They are unnatural. But to say, for example, that nature is a great wheel, they are a kink in the wheel. They prevent it from turning. They are an extra spoke, if you will. Unnecessary. Throws off the momentum. Creates differences in the cycle. They do not return, necessarily. They just consume. And given free rein, they would destroy and eat everything. They must be killed.
Understood. Thank you.
They give you a faint bow. Anything else?
No.
No.
All right. Give me a survival check to see how we navigate the remainder of the forest. And if you roll high enough, you might actually manage to get there quicker. What the fuck? It's like Mama's coming up Millhouse on this one.
You have to actually change the guidance to roll, otherwise it'll just pop that up.
Oh God. So I have to edit it?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It'll be fine. All right. By following the map with precision and intuiting a little bit of direction and speed from the druid's warning, you find yourself in front of a gaping hole in the ground, a festering wound of gnarled fungi and tendrils reaching out towards the sky. Even now, they writhe and they move and they coil, seemingly attempting to bring the upper world down into the depths below. What would we like to do?
Um,
Is that it?
Oh, give me perception.
I'd like to, what you call it, divine sense.
Go ahead. Good old Ashwin coming in clutch now. This place has been deconsecrated. Ashwin, you and you alone note down on the ground a set of heavy footprints. You can tell, based off the gait and the depth of them and the kind of shape, that they are humanoid, and the creature wearing them was wearing a considerable amount of armor to sink into the mud as so. And the prints are recent. It is actually presently raining the past hour, and while they are filled with water, they have remained firm. The earth underneath them has not been disturbed. Whoever made these was here quite recently.
And this was a sacred land that was deconsecrated. Sorry, what was it?
It's not
Yeah,
necessarily
it's been
that it's not necessarily that it was holy. It's just the presence of Avash's influence is necessarily deconsecrating.
Gotcha.
Everywhere they go, they fuck things up. That's essentially it. Ugh.
Got it. Okay. Then we should probably be on our um we should be on our guard. Whoever is here, was here recently. Let's continue forward.
What order are we going to march into the foul Underwarren?
Well,
Pebbles will be in the back with Whiskers.
Okay.
Kahalan will lead the way.
I'll be in front of Professor Pebbles.
Just Bob will be second.
Okay. Give me.
Pebbles has extended the leash for Bob.
Good God. All right. All right. All right. All right. Now, you enter into the gnarled warrens of the realms below. Give me a survival check.
Woof.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, big oof. Ooh, big oof. Oh, wow. Thankfully, the DC on this was not. I don't know why you always think that like the DC is like 30. You people are so terrified of like if your roll is below like 28, you're like, oh God, we're gonna fail. Like so, the path into the Underwarren is straightforward. You follow the pulsating, gnarled roots that are at least several feet wide, perhaps 4 to 5 feet wide. You make your way down through the warren, and eventually the air begins to fill with noxious spores. What are we going to do here? Colin doesn't have to do shit because he's immune to disease. Fucking asshole. Um, but the other.
Am
I
I
also don't breathe.
Yeah, that's true.
Just Bob is also immune to disease.
That is true.
am I immune because I'm a Warforged? Or
Technically, yeah, you are. Yeah, I think the only person who's susceptible to the disease is Pebbles.
I'm just gonna stop breathing.
Do you have to breathe?
Probably.
Yeah. All right. So how are we
I'm
gonna?
just gonna stop breathing for now.
All right. You can tell it's getting thicker. That is not going to be a longitudinal solution. What
Wait,
do
don't
we?
we have wait. I feel like I have something for this. Hmm. Damn it, I don't have it in my inventory. It's the the little air bubbles that you can use to breathe underwater.
Yeah.
What's a creature that doesn't breathe? That doesn't have to breathe? Because I can just polymorph myself like I did.
Why don't you polymorph yourself
Mhm.
into something that is resistant to poison, and I will treat that as not needing to contend with the.
Um,
What's your max CR on the polymorph?
asking me too many questions. It's at 4th level.
You could turn into any beast equal to or less than the target's or the target's level. Okay, so that means 13 or below. So let's see what we got here. Beast, save, check. Okay, you're not turning into a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's not
Why
happening.
not?
Because
Why
they're
not?
not resistant to poison, and also they're way too fucking big to be
Why
in
not?
this. Because they're too big and they're not resistant to poison. Um,
Oh, hi.
let me see if any of these. Wow. Oh God, no. Okay, there's one monster, and I hate how appropriate this is. It is a spider. It's a spider from the Nine Hells, and it is immune to poison. So
Be that then.
you could just turn into a devil spider.
I will be the devil spider then. I have even more legs now.
I know, this is incredible. It's weird. It's like I checked beast, I checked immune to poison, and there's one animal, and it's a fucking weird devil spider. How appropriate. So,
Instead of having 8 legs, it has 12.
hell yeah, it has 666 legs. So, based. So, do you tell anyone you're doing this, or do you just turn into a devil spider, and then Bob turns around and is like, "Why is there this giant
Ugh.
spider?"
I'll turn into the spider, but Whiskers knows that I'm the spider.
Okay,
Ugh.
then, and I'll just rule that Whiskers is fine. So, a lot of you make your way down through the tunnels in the Warren.
Bubbles.
You can
I
still
I
communicate telepathically.
Yes, you can, because you retain your class and race features. You retain your race features, technically. This is so terrible.
He's gonna say, "Be not afraid. It
Be
is
not
I."
afraid. Be not afraid. Good God. All right. Horrifying. Horrifying, not fun. The opposite of fun. Just completely bad touch. Okay. Now, you find your way through the roots and you find a collapsed section of the tunnel ahead of you. This is seemingly the only way forward. What would we like to do?
Well, let's see. Someone can do the meld with rock, but I can also uh shape
Mm-hmm.
stone shape to create a hole for us. But what if you just, check out the other side first?
Kahalin.
um
This is your wheelhouse. Say the words. I meld into stone.
yeah, I melt into stone. And I use fucking stone elevators.
Okay. You meld into stone, and it's about, I'm going to say, 15 feet of blockage. On the other side, the passage opens up, and before you is a sight unlike anything you have ever seen.
This is a sight unlike anything I've ever seen.
God fucking damn it, Jack. Um, Before you is an enormous spherical space. You can see across the entirety of it, the air is so clear. At the dead center of it, an enormous tree, hundreds, if not thousands of feet wide and miles tall, covered in fungi, corpses, and rotting boughs and leaves. Gnarled roots as thick as men coil around the landscape, and one burrows dangerously nearby, and you can see it's the reason for the collapse. It's destabilized the tunnel. It curls upwards and outwards. You can see this root arcs across the landscape, hovering above the valley floor, and makes itself and gives a direct route to the center of the enormous tree. What would you like to do?
Let's see. If only I had a spell that was the opposite of plant growth.
You have pebbles.
Yeah, but you're on the other side.
True.
Hmm.
Cast power word. Use a fucking shovel.
Do we even have shovels?
Ooh, wait. What happens? What happens if I use enervation on a plant?
Let me read what this fucking spell does to see if you piss on my fucking Cheerios. Let's see what we got here. A tendril of inky darkness reaches out from you, touching a creature you can see. It'd have to be a creature, but yeah.
Tree stride. It's only for me. Oh, and they have to be living.
Me presents the party with an extremely simple thing where all they have to do is just move some dirt. Them. What if I turned into a plant?
It's like the fish thing.
It is so elaborate. I just wanted. I thought maybe you'll just throw down a rope. No, they turn into a fish and then they make a submarine.
No, it was getting out of the submarine, and Koholin melded into stone, and I turned into a fish and just flopped on the ground.
That shit was fucking funny. All right, so how do you want to help liberate your fellow compatriots from their corporeal prison?
I fireball myself.
Oh, go ahead.
Yourself?
Yeah.
He's immune to fire, so yeah, go ahead. Cahowan fireballs himself, which clears out the stone from the resulting explosion, exposing the site to everyone else. You see before you an enormous tree, thousands of feet tall, miles wide. In the distance, you can see gnarled roots connecting the sides of this spherical room going towards the tree itself, giving you a clear path towards the presumed citadel of Avash, the twister of roots. You can make out below you hordes of creatures assembled and moving towards the tree itself. What would we like to do?
That tree might be too big to just punch.
I like how he goes, might be. He believes in himself. It's all about confidence.
I mean, the trick is just to hit it twice, right?
The old 1-2 punch. Know what I mean?
Hmm?
Oh, God. I'm so terrified of the next segment. So, what do we want to do?
I
feel like
I guess.
we're on something with enervation on the tree.
Well, it has to target a creature.
The
Is
tree
the
could
not
be
a
a creature.
There you go.
Can I see if the tree is a creature? What would I nature check?
Yeah, go ahead.
A 31.
Innervation would work on the tree.
Oh, well, okay. I guess I cast innovation.
Where are you when you cast this?
I like that question.
I would. God, do I want the party within my aura or away from my aura? What's the distance on innovation? 60 feet. I'm 60 feet away, and the party can decide if they want to stand next to me or not.
I'm gonna get just really heckin' far from everyone.
The same.
Heckin' fire.
I'm just making sure that the leash is not too taut. I follow along.
You cast Enervation on the nearest tendril. The necrotic energy scours through the tendril and causes the enormous tendrily root to break free from its moorings and begin to move rapidly towards the tree as if it is retreating. You can see that it's quite long, but it's moving at a steady pace. You reach the conclusion that you could probably hitch a ride on the root if you were to jump on and hang on.
I'm gonna do that.
All right, everyone, give me whatever roll you want to get the fuck on there. Acrobatics, athletics, attack roll, whatever you want. All right, just Bob just suplexes one of the roots and just gets yeeted away down there, and he's moving his way towards the big tree.
What about performance?
You can't charm the fucking. I will charitably. No, I won't. It's got to be acrobatics, athletics, or an attack roll.
Dragon's
carry
poison was
Professor
gonna
Pebbles.
change.
Oh,
You could
16. Okay, that wasn't that bad.
Cajolan can bring people along if he wants. Are Pebbles and Ashwin going to hitch a ride?
Hey,
Yeah.
look,
give
I
me
have,
a
I have a
second.
30-30. I can carry like 1 or 2 people with me.
What do we
Does a
want to do?
16 get it? I think I probably make that, right?
Yeah, you're fine. The DC is not
Yeah.
hard to climb on something this size of a barn.
Oh god.
No, you're fine. The lot of you hop on. Mr. Whiskers, let's see if Mr. Whiskers falls to his death. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Ah, damn it. Hi, he hops on. He's like holding on to like Cajolan's weird feet or whatever. And a lot of you zip your way across the enormous chasm, and beneath you, you can see um, a variety of enormous mutated plant-like creatures rising from the ground and making their way towards the enormous tree. Eventually, the route stops, and you are deposited on a strange, almost like fungal balcony with odd, kind of almost faintly clear resin-like material, revealing a kind of interior space. From inside, you can hear goblins screaming and deep speech and the clattering of swords and the sound of acid and whips and vines and spines. What would we like to do?
What? Can I understand what they're saying?
Yeah, you hear in Goblin, from the very heart of hell I strike at thee, and, stabbing sounds, and in deep speech, you hear, outflank him, bring him down, and stuff like that.
I think there's other people fighting in there.
I will roll stealth while approaching.
Sure, go ahead. All right, we're going to stealth in, people.
Give it a try.
Wow, this is
Holy
actually
shit.
going pretty great. This is going so watch. Someone's gonna fuck it up. Somebody's gonna fuck it up. Let's see what we got here. You can all roll this with advantage, by the way.
Oh,
And I
wait a
roll.
minute. Do we have dark? Do we have Is there dim light?
It's pretty dim in here, yeah.
Sweet. I'm invisible.
Based. Let me roll for Buddy Boy over here. Let's see what. Oh no.
With advantage though.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Guidance.
Yeah, go ahead and add guidance.
There we go.
Nice, 17.
17, I guess.
The lot of you, how do you want to sneak in? There's like windows, and you can see that it arcs around to what looks like a formal doorway that's slightly ajar, revealing internal light. How would we like to go in?
Sorry, I stepped away for a second. What was it?
You can go through a window or you can go through a door.
Obviously the window.
Obviously, the window.
Can we
Wait,
look?
wait, wait.
through
No,
the
no, no.
window?
Obviously, okay, they're gonna expect us to come in through the window because it's the less obvious. So we would just in my head go through the door, the window.
Okay. You enter into a large, almost bizarre amphitheater. At the dead center, you see an enormous dead tree made from twisted corpses and fungi. At the center, you see a creature that looks almost like a living tree with a facsimile of a humanoid face, wreathed in vines that are allowing it to quickly crawl across the ground. You see a bugbear wearing full plate, slashing at vines and receiving attacks and brushing them off from a variety of other creatures. I need everyone to roll initiative.
What the hell? 0.2. Huh?
Oh God, Professor Pebbles with a 5.
You know, for someone with lots of legs, Professor Pebbles is not very good at like dex stuff.
He only has 2 legs.
Oh.
It's arms that he has.
Uh,
I was hoping so badly that the cat was going to be the thing that blew the stealth check. I thought that would be just so wrong.
Yeah, he actually did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
All right, let's see where everyone is. All right. So top of the round, you see the bugbear angle back, and he has his blade kind of dug into a furrow and whatnot, and you see vines wrapping around his body, and it looks like he's about to be consumed by them. But then you see him just close his eyes for a moment and take a deep breath, and then he just bursts out of the vines at once. He rushes forward, arcs to the side over here, and disappears faintly from view because he's like under the arc of one of the things. You hear, everyone give me a perception check to see if you can hear what he is doing. Okay. A lot of you hear, and there's almost a kind of faint calm out of almost surprise that he escaped from those bounds. And you see, you hear the unmistakable sound of a drawstring being pulled. And you hear 8 attacks.
That's a lot of damage.
Wow.
You see shrieking silver arrows strike across the landscape, and 8 of the creatures are struck in the head and obliterated instantly by the strikes of this bugbear. You see a creature move forward out of the woodwork, the twisted, gnarled beast, and it yells in deep speech at the creature. They will rise again. You will not be so swift as the others were slow. And you see the bugbear kind of step forward again. You see him kind of snap his neck a little bit and say in Goblin, "The time for dying is now for you. I will not be stayed." He places his bow on his back, and you see him firmly grab the sword upon his hip and brandish it, a brilliant blade made of solid emerald ringed with obsidian, and it gleams ever so faintly in the dim light within this room. All right. It is now Avash's turn. Technically his turn, so let me see what the hell her dumbass Slayer actions are. Let's see what we got here. No, nothing yet. Okay. She's going to move forward and hit him with her multi-attack. Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's going to do all of these attacks with advantage because she's inside her lair. You see her reach up with her claw and strike against him, but it simply screeches against his armor and doesn't touch him. He looks up at her with a faint smirk, and you can see a kind of cold realization come across this creature's face. Bob, it is your turn.
Bob is going to rush forward. I assume we're attacking Vosh, so going to rush forward as far as he can to throw a punch. Can I
Remember
get all the way up
you remember you have bonus action dash to. Yeah, you can get up there.
there? Okay.
So bonus action to dash, and that will put you basically right in her fucking face.
All right.
You come into view, and if you so choose, and look at the bugbear, you would see that he is faintly shocked but bemused that you are here.
Oh. Okay. Well, yes, I will give it a. I'll also do the flurry of blows. So, what is it?
Oh.
First an unarmed strike, which not even sure how to do the unarmed strike. Let's see. Oh, there
I
we
think
go.
you got it. Why is yours only plus 10? Hold on a second here.
That's my wisdom modifier.
Oh, that's okay. Hold on a second. I think it was doing it. Yeah, it was. Good God. Ignore that crit, but re-roll that because it was doing your stuff wrong.
Oh, okay.
So do your attacks again.
Got that. And then I think he gets one more attack, right?
Yep.
Gets 2 attacks.
So go ahead.
More. And then a flurry of blows.
All right, and then go ahead and make your attacks.
Okay.
Just do 2 more attacks. It's fine. Thankfully, she has the AC of a toddler.
What does she look like?
She's really, really fucking creepy. I didn't have the chance to adjust her stat block, but let me show you what the hell she looks like. I'll post it in chat. She's a really fucking creepy plant-looking lady in the top right. It's real fucking creepy looking. This big, kind of angly thing made out of wood and bark with tendrils popping out of their chest and their rib cage and arcing around their body. That's what they look like right now.
Unpleasant.
Yeah, not the face only a mother could love. All right, is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's good. Right.
Okay.
He wants to join in the fight.
Legendary action from Avash. Let's see what we got here. Let me just
Did it
double.
seem like it affected her or no?
Yeah, your attacks landed and you dealt damage to her. There was no
Okay,
resistance. It just raw damage. You picked the right thing, punching her.
gotcha.
Okay, let me see here. Multi-attack. Because she has a stat block, but it's not imported into Foundry yet, which is obnoxious. So, hold on a second. I have to make an adjustment here. Okay, a large tendril root emerges from its spine and attempts to stab you, Bob. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Yeah, that beats you by 1.
Yep.
I'll apply that damage to your stat block. And that should have just deducted 13 from you. Okay, you're good.
Yep.
All right. That's all she wrote. All right, Cahalan, it's your turn.
Cool. Let's see, how far away was she? She's well within my range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm get all up in there. uh, does she look like she might take extra damage from fire?
You don't know. You're gonna have to find out.
Okay. Let's see. Let me look at my smite spells real quick. Pretty sure I have burning smite, searing smite. Let's see, 1d6. Do I want to do something higher?
Oh, my sweet baby Jesus.
Let's see. I'd like to cast what level? I'd like to cast Searing Smite at 4th level.
Go ahead and do it.
Yeah. So I am now concentrating on that. Let me add the damage to my whip.
Go ahead.
And now I will attack 4 times.
Ooh, look at that. It's a lot of damage and very annoying. Let's see what we got here. That hits, 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 and that hits, that hits, that hits, and that hits. Okay, let's see how bad she looks. Well, you almost killed her in one hit.
Holy shit.
Really
Oh,
brilliant
damn.
move. Really genius idea. Okay. Anything else, Kahan? Not that you can do anything.
No, that's it.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
At disadvantage? Oh, no.
Yep, she has a really fun ability, and I can't wait to use it.
Is this magical?
Actually, no, it is not.
Shit. Okay.
Do you want a 31 or a 32?
How about you shut
Wait,
up? Okay, you win this round.
Ridiculous. Love
Okay.
it.
What do these stupid dryads even do? Let me fucking find out here. Nothing really useful. Let's see what we got here. Okay. The dryad soaks into the ground and appears behind you, Kahalan, and is going to make. How many fucking attacks does this dumb bitch get? 72! Hell yeah! Okay.
what? They all missed?
Yeah, they have a very shitty modifier, so this is probably going to go very poorly. Yeah, this miss. Okay. Hey, guess what, buddy boy? Make that wisdom saving throw again.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see.
Oh, no.
Okay, cool. Let me read what happens. Let's see here. Vines emerge from the ground, whip around your body, and bind you tight. Your speed is 0. You are restrained.
Guys, I'm fucked.
Only entirely.
No, you don't understand. The ring I have, the part of the curse is that when my speed is 0, I become vulnerable to damage.
Oh God.
So my
Thank you.
resistance just became vulnerable.
Oh, nice little critical hit there. So take your, let me see, 19, 18, 36. Take your
Well, I'm
30.
immune to crits, so I'll take the 19 as is.
No, you, well, actually, technically it would be 20. So you take 20 poison damage.
Wait, why can't I take it? Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, apply the crit, because technically it would apply because of the vulnerability, technically. That's the easiest way to apply it. Okay.
Yeah, because it's 19, 20. Yeah, same thing.
Alright, and final legendary action, a chitinous claw attack at advantage against Caholan. So take 28 slashing damage. Alrighty then. It is now the Shambling Mound's turn. Jesus Christ. Alright. The Shambling Mound soaks into the ground and appears near Zatak, and is now going to fruitfully try to beat his comically high AC. Let's see what we got here. Attacks twice. So 1, 2. Gonna do this at advantage, and misses on both of them as its attacks deftly slide off of his armor. It is now the Myconid Sovereign's turn. Wow, they have a lot of really weird shit. Let's see what I can do here. Just gonna appear and try to beat the shit out of Kahalan, because fuck it. This is wail on Kahalan time. So I'm gonna punch you 3 times. 2, 2, 3. At advantage, because you are flanked, and every single one of these is gonna fucking miss. Of course. Hi, Ashwin. It is now your turn.
All right. So how's the big bad looking?
Uh,
Or are there 3?
Nearly on the verge of death. The Avash is at a quarter health.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
will remind you that them dying is a bad thing
Oh,
because it's part of the prophecy. Is that if they are slain, it will cause the end. If Selkoyo is killed, they are the third of four. Uh,
right. So we just have to finish. So we just have to stop the 404, right?
Technically, yeah. Although it would be better to make it so that Avash does not die. But I don't know if you even can stop Zatok. Like, it's gonna be hard. You could
Gotcha.
tell based on his mannerisms that he does not think of you as enemies right now because you're clobbering Avash. So, what would you like to do?
Uh,
Technically, if we kill it, it breaks the prophecy, doesn't it? Because it has to
So,
be killed by a
no, it's just that if they die and the final one dies by the hands of an endling, so Avash just can't be killed. If you kill them, they technically just will regenerate. If he kills them, they die forever. So if you murder them, you buy yourself some time.
gotcha. In that case, then. Wait a second. One more time. If Avash dies, the plant lady, right?
Yeah,
So if we kill a Vosh, she'll respawn,
yeah, because
Got it.
you don't.
which is good
The secret here
for
is
us.
that Zatok knows how to permanently kill them. You do not. So if you clobbered them, they would just regenerate. But if he kills them,
Okay.
they die forever. So you should
Which is
probably try
bad.
to kill them first. Yeah.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, just kill him then. All right.
No. Killing him is not going to work
We need
because
to
he.
kill her first and stop him from killing her.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, let's just say, like, you just heard him do 8 attacks with a bow.
Oh shit. Sorry. How do I undo this?
Oh, did you not mean to cast that?
No, I didn't even cast anything. I just did a measurement thing. I thought I was measuring. All right. Let's move 30 feet. And oh god. Shit. Was that 30 feet? No, that was 25. Hold on.
Oh, huh. Nope. Hold on a second. I forgot that I had to do this. Zatok has legendary actions. He's going to expend one to stab Avash. Oh my god, no!
God damn it.
It's called Silvery Barbs.
Silvery
Oh,
barbs.
okay.
Okay, you
For the
Silvery
fun.
Barbs him.
Oh, he has
Ah,
such a high hit modifier. Oh, wait. Yeah.
what?
Temporal Shunt.
Yeah, you can do that. Go ahead. What save is that again? You can keep the Silvery Barbs and your reaction.
Yeah.
Pebbles.
If he passes this, Silvery Barb's him.
All right, so I'm going to treat it as him having the. Okay, so it's a DC 23. Let's see what we got here. And yeah,
Silvery
wow,
barbs.
you're going to Silvery Barbs him. Okay, he's going to expend Indomitable, and he's going to auto pass.
Um.
Damn,
Damn.
I'm fat out of ideas.
Do we have
I mean,
anything else? Cahowan uses reaction, and Pebbles use a reaction. Ashwin, do you have your reaction? You do. What can you do? Do you
I
have?
do. I also have silvery barbs.
It would turn his crit into a 24, so it would have the amount of damage he does, which is good.
All right, then I'll do the silvery barbs too.
Okay. I already rolled it, so I'm just going to. The attack still hits, but it's just going to do a mild amount of damage now.
Okay.
Yeah. How's a Vosh looking?
I will tell you the number: 61 HP. So yeah, you gotta work hard. You gotta work
Yeah.
hard, babes. All right, Ashwin, now it's your actual fucking turn. So what do you want to do?
Okay. Um, jack shit apparently, cause I'm literally at I'm just out of range of her, and I could kill this one, but that's just one of the dryads, right?
Yeah. Wait, you no longer have movement? Wow, you only have 30 feet? Holy shit.
Yeah, I have it's 30 feet, and I was exactly 5 feet away from being able to do something to her, which I was gonna banish her.
Ooh, that is a good idea.
Yeah, but I'm like just 5 feet away.
I will allow you to expend your inspiration to get into range.
I've already used my inspiration.
I gave you an extra one for the weird grammatical lesson you gave people earlier. So you're
Fair
welcome to
enough.
expend that and cast banishment.
Got it. Then
Wait, is she immune to
banish.
being... Is she immune to that? Hold on a second. No, she's not, thank God. Alright. Oh, wait, but she would reasonably auto make herself pass. Like, unless... I don't know. Alright,
Wait,
so
you could
cast...
banish him.
Hey, yeah, you could do that.
Okay, what?
What type
You
of
could...
creature is she?
She is an aberration.
God damn it.
Yeah, I
You can
know.
banish C-Tech.
You could.
Sorry, what was that?
You could banish the talk.
I'm sorry, it's a talk.
Oh, it's the talk. Okay. Then yeah, I'll banish the talk.
Alright, what's the save?
Of let's you know what? Let's make it extra spicy. Oh wait, no, that's just targeting more creatures. Never mind. Oh, I could target 2 creatures then. No,
I mean, you might as well.
might as well go for her and Zatok.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't hit each other or throw on separate planes of existence.
No, but we want her around to kill her too.
Yeah, but I can just undo it whenever I want.
Oh, okay.
It'll give us more time for Oh, it would have to be on both of them. It says okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm undoing yeah, I'm just gonna do you're right. It would be
So you want to do it at fourth and target one of them, or do you want to target both of them?
I'm just gonna target the one, and that's gonna be Zatok.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let me see here. Charisma save, DC 21. You stupid bastard, you better fucking pass. Okay. This is terrible. Well, Indomitable, he auto passes. And that's his last one.
Perfect.
Wait, actually, let me double check how many he gets. I think it's 2. If it's 3, then things just got a little bit more difficult. Let's see what we
Gotcha. Then as a bonus action, I'm gonna do spiritual weapon.
got. He has 3, so he has one more to
Great.
go. Okay, bonus action,
Um,
spiritual weapon. What's up?
Can I just reaction attack?
Do you have anything that allows you to
I
do that?
have reactionary, which lets me do a reaction on each turn.
That's only if you have something to react to. So they're not moving or proccing AoE or anything like that.
All right. Yeah, if they attack somebody, I can reaction from Sentinel.
That is true. They're out of legendary actions until their turn, though, so we gotta wait. All right. Spiritual weapon. Where are you gonna put it?
I'm just gonna so he passed, right?
Yeah, he passed.
I'm
He
gonna
has.
bonk. Yeah, just put it there. I'm gonna bonk Zatok.
Ooh. Okay. Actually, hold. No, he's not gonna. Oh well. Well, that misses.
25.
Yeah, it misses. He has a comically high AC.
Dear God. Okay. Right. Well, so I did a whole bunch of jack and shit. That was fun.
You whittled down a bunch of his crap. He's a little bit more weak than he was earlier. Hold on a second. I'm double checking something here. Okay. Good. Ignore that thing
Yeah,
that said.
like you burned one of his abdominals.
Yeah,
It's
and he.
basically legendary save.
All right. It is now Professor Pebble's turn. Listen, boyo, you gotta fucking kill this guy. You gotta do something here. He's getting pretty goddamn close. Oh wait,
What What kind of creature is he?
Uh,
Just regular?
he is a humanoid. Actually, hold on a second. He gets to make another attack. Again? Are you fucking kidding
Temporal shunt.
me?
I'm temporal shunting.
You used silvery barbs on the prior turn. You don't have your reaction.
It's their turn.
Oh, you're right. You can
It's
temporal
my
shunt again.
turn.
All right, you temporal
Motherfucker,
shunt.
it is my turn.
Well, he is.
I know that he's just gonna expend an Indomitable, so I'm gonna cast it at a lower spell level.
Yeah.
Wait.
You can't. You have to do it at
Wait.
5th.
You
What?
should let him hit. Because
Why?
we know how much. Oh wait, how much HP left does? How badly hurt does?
Oh yeah,
Huh?
that would knock her down to half of what she currently has, so it's okay. But no, but I want him to expend it anyways.
Well,
This is true.
it would knock her HP down by roughly half. And then he has one more legendary action, which he can do
Yeah, but
after.
I need him to get rid of that last Indomitable.
Okay, so do you want to
Yeah.
temporal shun him?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it at 5th, 6th, or 7th.
If you upcast it, you can target her as well.
Oh yeah,
Man.
I'll upcast it.
I upcast it to 6th.
Wisdom save of 22.
Oh god. I forgot Avash has the world's strongest fucking thing. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Oh, it's stuck.
He has to expend his last Indomitable, so he's out of them.
Fuck.
Wait, you target the triggering creature, which must succeed in a wisdom saving throw, blah, blah, blah. It means his attack still hits, so let me apply that damage.
Yeah, but he used his last Indomitable, which is important.
Yeah, you got him taken care of. Okay, she has 26 HP. He, on average, does 23 on his attacks. If he gets another crit, she's dead, and that's bad. So.
What's his attack? His attack is a physical attack, right?
Yeah, he takes out a sword and he just stabs her.
Okay.
All right, that's.
Oh wait,
That's not my turn. My turn.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
Okay.
1 second. I
Oh,
need to read something.
I'm gonna Oh. You want me to wait?
Yeah, I think I can attack her.
why?
Sentinel would let me do an attack against the creature if a creature gets hit within 5 feet, but I think it has to be against the creature that did the attack, which would be useless here.
Because you can't
So
reach
never
him.
mind.
Yeah, he's a bugbear and he uses a reach weapon, so he's got like a stupid reach.
Yeah,
I'm
but
going to.
I have reach as well.
I'm gonna cast a 7th level Dominate Person on this attack.
Ooh,
Wow.
let me see if I actually made him immune to charm. Yep, I did.
Motherfucker, he's just a dude.
It's because of his sword. You'll find out. Now, Pebbles, I think you would reasonably intuit based off the sword and the arcane sigils. Actually, give me an Arcana check on his sword. You would actually be able to figure this out. You're the only one that can do this. There's something oddly fiendish and familiar about his sword. You can't quite put your finger on it because he's swinging it around and you can't read it. But you get
Would
the
I have known then
yeah.
that I
That's
couldn't cast
yeah.
charm?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. You
Okay.
could tell there's charm wards on it, so you know not to do that. So go ahead and give
Okay.
yourself the 7th level slot back, and you could do something else. Huh, that would be interesting.
Humanoids are in fact creatures, yes?
Yeah, if you have something that works on a creature, it works on everything. If you have something that works on humanoids, it works on humanoids. What are you trying to do here?
Hold monster at 7th level.
It's not a charm effect, so that works on them.
Or actually at 5th level. It doesn't really matter if I do it upcast or not.
Yeah, they're just allows you to target extra creatures.
Yeah, so 5th level.
Wait, did I make them immune to paralysis? Oh god, I did.
What the fuck did you do?
I noticed a trend where you people denied them their ability to do their turn, so I made it so he can't have his turn taken away from him. He can't do a lot. He can just stab you. But yeah, I would
What
also
I
say,
have told from what
yeah,
I've been able to tell. Okay.
I will be Christian and say that you get the feeling this guy is probably immune to a lot of conditions.
Can I tell which ones?
Give me an Arcana check, and I'll set the DC at 32 because you people are gonna guidance this anyway. So go
Do I
ahead.
get advantage? Because it's
Yeah,
fiend related.
yeah, it's fiend related. Go ahead. Let's see what we got here. Okay, and good, you did it.
36.
Okay, he's immune to blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, restrained, and stunned.
Jesus.
I will put it
Wow.
in chat. He's a thick boy, and it doesn't easily let me put it in chat. Hold on a
Okay,
second.
so confusion would work on him.
Because that's technically not a condition. Yeah.
Yes, it's
Let me
just
double check.
AoE.
The spell twists a creature's mind, broken uncontrolled. Yeah, that doesn't attach a condition, so that would work. Yep.
I'm gonna do confused and pray to. Actually, hold on.
Power word himbo. Actually, you should change it to be power word himbo, because that's pretty funny.
I have a better idea. I'm gonna polymorph him.
You're gonna polymorph him?
Yes.
Wait, no, isn't that a charm?
No.
No,
No.
it's not.
I also want you
It's
to think of what I gave him because of power word frog.
because of power word what?
Power word frog.
Immutable form.
He has a mutable form. He can't be polymorphed. Ugh.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
mean-
he's the fulcrum of cheese. Blame Olivia. Like, he's got.
Okay, yeah.
Can he be
Confusion is the best thing that I've got, so we're gonna cast it.
Okay, and I really hope that his stupid thing works. Go ahead.
I'm gonna center the point on him.
Okay. Huh. Actually, this would affect a Vosh too, because she's not immune to
Yes.
that. You're gonna make them all real dumb. Power word himbo.
Unfortunately, there's several people involved in it, but this is the best I've got. I do it in the circle.
The stupid bastard failed. I have one final trick up my sleeve, and I have to make sure that I did it right. Hold on a second. Cajon is gonna be fucking fine. The Shambling Mound fails because it's a moron. Of course, the Vosh passes.
Is just Bob in range?
I think so. Hold on a second.
Yeah, just Bob is
Yeah.
in range.
Okay.
You're gonna
As is
add 6 to
Ashwin.
your slave. Bob definitely passes.
What's the save?
Wisdom.
I don't think you're in range of this. Is it really that big?
It's, yeah.
10-foot radius sphere, so it's just like 20 feet wide. No one else is in there except him. Actually, technically,
Oh. I'm
yeah,
not in there. That's my spirit weapon.
yeah, that's not you.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just Zatok, Ashwin, and this. He failed, so I have one more trick up my sleeve. I just have to adjust this and make sure that it does what it's. God fucking damn it! Come on, you stupid bastard! Don't turn into a himbo.
Oh, you do not have a trick up your sleeve. He's confused.
He has one reaction ability, and I have to make sure that it doesn't do it higher than it should, because otherwise it's broken. So I have to make sure that it is. Hold on a second. Okay, I guess it's fixed. Hold on a second. Okay, reaction, arcane riposte. Yes! Okay. I'm so glad this happened. This is so beautiful. Let me double check this. Okay,
What
3
does
plus.
Arcane Riposting?
It's his fallback. I gotta make sure because he has a ring of spell turning, right? And this is how I adjudicate the ring of spell turning. Technically, that roll should be.
It doesn't stop what I did to him.
Huh?
Arcane Riposte?
What do you mean?
It just attacks him back. Attacks me back. It doesn't stop what I did to him.
I know. So technically, you would both be confused. But I guess this is okay.
It doesn't stop what I did to him.
You basically have to make a wisdom save against your own spell save DC. If you beat it, you beat it. The crit doesn't matter. It just means that he gets it. What? No way.
My God.
Holy shit.
Well,
Okay,
now
you're
we're both
both.
just confused.
Now you're both extremely confused. Okay, well now he can't do anything. So, is there anything else you want to do, Professor Pebble?
No, that was everything I had, anyways.
Well, you fucking
Other
did
than.
it. He's dumb. He can't do anything. This is not bad. This is a nice little demo of Zatok and his nonsense. Okay, let me see what he does with confusion. An affected target can't take reactions and must roll a. Let's see here to determine the behavior for that turn. So D10. He rolled a 6.
You do not move or take actions.
Okay. He's just gonna sit there. I can't believe you people did this.
Yes.
Okay, it is now Avash's turn, and Avash is going to. Let me see here. Where the fuck are their weird abilities? They're going to try to root bind him, and if I remember, he's going to like auto phallus. So a bunch of roots just go around his body and start to constrict him, and then they're going to leave him there, and then they are going to stab Cahalan 3 times. So let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3. And watch all of these fucking miss. Yeah, fucking go figure.
The
21.
last one hits.
Yep. Wait, how's your. They rolled a 27 and a 29. So 14, 28, 21.
Oh, first one and the last one hit.
42 plus 28. 70. Takes 70 slashing damage. Cut you and you son of a bitch and your goddamn Conmon. Because everyone can technically not hit them, Valara is going to sneak back into their lair and attach to the
Wait.
tree. What's up?
1 second.
No.
Where'd they move from?
Back there. What's your movement speed right now? And you're grappled by roots, right?
Yeah, but I can still react. Up attack.
No, you can't. You can't take reactions. You're restrained.
What version of
That's not
Arcane
what
Riposte
grapple
are you
does.
using?
Just Bob can take a reaction.
Bob can take a reaction. It's a custom little thing I cooked up for his spell save turn. I think.
Let's see. Grappled only makes your speed 0.
You are also restrained. Here, let me see if restrained
Oh.
gets rid of reactions. Huh, it doesn't, which is fucking goofy. Yeah, go ahead, take your up attack. That makes no sense. Oh, I'm thinking of stunned. That's what I'm fucking thinking of. Oh, you hit
They
her.
die.
Yeah, you fucking kill her. She explodes into viscera and her essence reforms into the tree. Let me double check to see how long it takes her to come back to life. Okay. I can't fucking believe it. Okay, Bob, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
I guess I'm going to try to help out Holland, so I'm going to attack the nearest thing to me.
Oh, Caholam, the roots shrivel off your body. Also means Zatok is no longer bound, but he can't take reactions, so. Except, technically, his Cavalier thing isn't a reaction, but we'll get into that later. Otherwise, you people would be dead.
He's going to do 2 attacks.
Who are you going to attack? The Dryad to the left?
Yes.
Okay, boop, boop. I'm going to be charitable because they have like 30 HP. You're just going to bop them and get rid of them. You clobber them right in the tuchus and they're dead.
Okay, beautiful.
You could do a bonus action and go kill the Myconid guy if you want.
All right. Go for it.
All right, let's see what we got here. And you could bonk the Shambling Mound too while you're at it.
Which one is more threatening?
They're both not really a threat, but it just gets rid of someone in the initiative order. Or you could try to punch Zatok, though. I will tell you, not going to be easy.
I'm sure he's immune to punches.
No, you can punch him.
I'm kidding.
He-
No,
I mean, you made him immune to like.
Oh my god,
everything else.
actually, he does have one very amusing immunity. He's immune to fall damage.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's like his one weird one. I was gonna have a funny scene where one of you, I don't know, teleports him in the air, and you get all high and mighty about it, and then he just laughs as he pushes you into the ground as he falls like 300 feet. But now you know that, so now you're not gonna do it. All right.
So I'll use my flurry of blows then on this dude up here.
Yeah. You're within. You have enough movement to hit the shambling mound. So if you hit on one, you hit on the other. They're just. I'm gonna leave them as dead. So go ahead and give me 2
Oh,
attacks.
okay, got it.
And now I gotta reread to see if Zatak can even fucking do anything, because Cavalier is weird. Yeah, you fucking bonk them out of existence. Bonk. Bonk. The tentacles and roots in this chamber begin to writhe and pulsate, and you see spores begin to collect in the room. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Bob?
Oh, that's it.
Alrighty then. Oh yeah, I'm gonna really regret this, but Cahowan, it is your turn.
All the plants are dead, right?
Yeah, they all got clobbered. The only one that's left is a very confused Zatak.
Cool. I'm gonna. Has the talk taken any damage?
Oh no! Oh, no! 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 Oh no! Sorry.
Oh, he took a little, right?
He has taken literally 0, and no one has been able
Oh,
to get a spell off on him at all. And that's just because he
Hey, I
burned
got
through all his.
confusion off on him.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
Well, it wasn't damage.
No, but I did get a spell off on him.
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot.
I'll
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I'll heal
Yeah.
myself.
How much damage did I do to you? Quite a bit. Not bad.
You did
Not,
quite a bit.
not bad at all. Oh god, I want you to get into CQC with Zatok so bad, Cajon. Just get in there in his range. Just do it, buddy. Actually, I think you already are in his range. Hold on a second. Yeah, you are. Um, but you're lucky he can't take reactions, so I just have to sit here and twiddle my thumbs.
Yeah,
until this-
I'll get up to him and
Only on a 20.
I can't. I was gonna try and cure his confusion, and then try and convince him, hey, sorry for us smacking you around a little bit.
Well, why don't you do a persuasion check at disadvantage?
All right. Well, I was gonna try and heal him to make it a bit more believable.
Heal and then
But
roll flat. Well, he doesn't have any damage, but I don't know. Maybe you can like. You can't technically just touch him and end the. No, that'd just be you. Yeah,
The
you
problem is that I'm also confused.
yeah. Why don't you
I
make?
could just drop the spell otherwise.
Wait, don't I have lesser restoration? That's third, right?
It's not a condition though. That's what's weird about confusion is you
Oh,
can't technically get rid of it. You can go fix Pebblesy boy, and that might do it. Man, confusion is a fucking good spell. This is a very
Wait,
good choice.
you can just end concentration. Wait, you can just you can make another save for confusion, right?
Yeah, at the end of the turn. I actually technically forgot to do it last turn, but I'm just being charitable.
When
and
would
giving you
I
some-
have done it? At the end of his turn? I should have done one then.
Oh yeah, that's true. Make your save. See if you're still turned into a himbo.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
Still,
a 10 again.
still a himbo.
He's
Voice-
very intelligent. Not wise at all, though.
Still foisted upon your own himbo batard.
So how about he make the save?
All right. I don't think you're
We
gonna
could
want
just
him.
sit here through turns until he does the save.
Okay, he
He
does.
passed.
He passed last turn. Which means his actions are available. You moved into range. What are you gonna say to not have him stab you a billion times?
I will offer him a potion of supreme healing, and say that
What language are you going to
apologies,
use?
huh?
What language are you going to use?
Oh, well, we heard him speaking common, didn't we?
Goblin. You heard him speaking Goblin.
Oh, shit. I'll try speaking to him in Sylvan, because he's in a Fey forest. Presumably, he sort of knows something about Sylvan, right? Yeah.
His ears arc back, and he looks at you bewildered. You can kind of tell he doesn't know what you're saying in Sylvan.
I will switch to common. I would like to offer you this potion. We apologize for getting in the way of your fight.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you know what? This guy's old as shit, right?
Yeah, he's been around for a very long time.
I'm gonna speak to him in primordial.
Ooh, that's not bad. He still looks at you confused, though. His ears arc
Damn
back. Hint, hint, hint.
Uh,
Hint, hint, hint. What was his fucking sword have on it? Hint, hint, hint.
oh wait, infernal work? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
Uh,
I'll speak to him in.
his ears perk up, and he responds to you in Infernal. I think you did more than interfere.
We were told that we had to be the ones to end Avash. We were simply completing our mission.
Alright, you're out of combat now. I'm going to end the combat. He stretches and he puts his sword back at his scabbard and he looks at the lot of you suspiciously. He's going to make a quick little perception check. He reaches a conclusion that if he wanted to, he can kick your asses. So he calms down a little. He sheathes his sword and he looks at you and he goes, "What brought you here? So strange." Which of you speak Infernal? I know Caholen does, and I
Me.
know Bootsy does. I mean, Professor Pebbles. Does Bob or Ashwin speak Infernal?
Just
Nope.
Bob can
Celestial.
speak and understand anything.
The only person out is Ashwin. With his perception check, he
Am I
noticed.
still confused?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're fine. I think in situations like that, if it ends on him, it ends on the affected creature too. Keep it relatively stable. Okay, good.
Okay.
I wanted a quick test of that ability to see how it works. So that was a good little shibboleth. All right. He looks at the lot of you. After this little monologue, we'll close out for the session so we can have Cahalan try to get his rocks off. He looks at the lot of you and notes and removes his sword again and uses it to point at the walls. That foul creature will return. You did not cut it out from the roots, so it will simply endure. I have been hunting it for days, so I'm a bit perturbed, but I imagine you still laid some blows down on it, so it seems we are at least of like mind in that regard. I am Zatok. He extends out his hand.
I will extend mine out to what you call it? Shake it. His.
He gives you one of those firm Southern gentleman handshakes where they forget that they're super strong. Oh my sweet Jesus Christ! Like
Oh geez.
he grabs your hand and he shakes, and yeah, oh
I
wow,
will use my inspo. Okay.
yeah, nothing. He grabs your hand and he grips it real tight. You could feel a couple of things shift around. He is much, much, much stronger than you are. He looks down at your hand and says, "Oh, my apologies. I don't often interact with people. I'm usually performing the work. I am but a stone in the path. I think you know. Very odd to catch you down here. People are rarely within the confines of the foul Dalkir, but I did see some good blows struck, so I think you lot are fine by me. I suggest we get out of here, though, soon. I imagine that Cretan is collecting its humors again, or sap, if it were. Shall we depart?"
Okay.
Okay, the next little segment, let's give it 10 minutes. You could pepper them with questions as you make your way up to the surface.
I'm asking about a sword.
Ah,
No hesitation.
this.
Yeah, Professor Pebbles exactly knows how to get their rocks off.
Professor, give me an Arcana check with advantage since you are near the sword. When you make mention of it, he grips it more intently and kind of presses it closer to his body.
Hmm.
You could roll me Arcana.
Yeah.
And you can do it with advantage. All right. It's a long sword made from lilac-colored crystal with precise, jagged edges. There's a band of obsidian that runs down its center, which gives off a faint, nearly imperceptible hum. You can make it out even now. The crossguard is made of adamantine, and the hilt is pale white ivory. Now, there's a kind of undercurrent to fiendish magic here in terms of the materials. You can tell that it seems to be almost an homage, like an elaboration upon fiendish arcane science. But the exterior is covered in goblin runes, which state stuff that you can't read. You don't know goblin. Now, you could ask him to translate. Would you like to ask him to do that?
Blues.
Professor Pebbles?
Yes, please.
Now, how are you going to ask him this? As you could tell, you could tell from him kind of holding the sword dear that this is a precious thing to him.
I'm gonna say I don't have any interest in taking your possessions. I'm simply a academic interested in fiend magical items. I simply wish to understand it and write it in my journal.
He removes it from his side and kind of holds it up in front of him and traces a finger down the blade in Goblin. And you see him mouth off, "It's a gift from the clan, all of them. It's just been a while since I've seen them, and this is all that I have to remember them by. It's a precious thing. I think you'll enjoy the poem." He gives like a faint kind of chortle. "They grew in beauty, side by side. They filled one home with glee. Their graves are severed far and wide by mount and stream and sea. It's an old thing we would place over tombs. They thought it would be fitting. I agree."
Pebbles is gonna nod and say, "Thank you. Most interesting."
I will post the poem in chat so that you can have the exact thing that it is written. Now, based off of your deduction from the sword, you can make out a few of its properties. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has 7 properties. Roll me a d7 twice, and then I will give you 1 of each. And if you get a double, you can roll again. And then I will tell you 2 weird little things about his sword.
I'm sorry, what was it again?
Just roll 2d7.
2d7.
Okay. Okay. How does this work? Slash R?
Yeah, slash is in front of the R.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what we got here. A 2 and a 2? Are you fucking kidding me? Roll another one. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, a 3. Okay, his weapon ignores resistance to slashing damage. You could tell that there's a little bit of a vorpal design to it. And number 3 is that whenever the weapon critically hits, it reduces the target's movement speed to 0 until the start of his next turn. Now,
Jeez. This thing really is a target against me and Olivia.
yeah, it is. Welcome to hell. That's not even the worst that it does. Now, you can tell based off of the fiendish science off of it that it's fiendish conjuration magic. Give me an insight check, because he actually gave you the way he was talked about it kind of gave you a few hints that your little moth brain could piece together. And if anyone else wants to scrutinize what the hell he said, you're more than welcome to. You can roll religion, you can roll insight, and I'll give you some morsels. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Now, I'm going to start with Ashwin first, because unless someone who shall remain nameless gets a nat 20, okay, Professor
I mean,
Pebbles.
God.
Nope. All right, Professor Pebbles. Ah, I can't believe it. Okay, Ashwin. Now, the poem he read off sounded like something you would put on a grave. You get the feeling here that when he was talking about they felt it was fitting that the sword is a monument in some way. Hell, maybe even a mausoleum to his people. There's something about that and his phrasing that was odd.
Hmm.
And the less
Something about
you,
the phrasing that the sword
yeah,
is a monument.
yeah, more like a mausoleum. Because he said they thought it would be fitting, and I agree. And he says it's the only thing I have left to remember them by. And the bleed
Got it. So the
radiates.
sword has all the souls of his people.
Now that is horrifying and that is interesting. And yeah, you are correct with that insight. You intuit that.
Wow.
Jesus.
As to
No
what
wonder it's
and
so
what,
powerful.
as to the what and the why, you don't know, but you get the feeling that that connection between his people and the blade is what gives him his power. And if you were to break that nexus, he would become mortal. Um, didn't even get a dent on him, so it's kind of interesting. Now, is there anything else you'd
Hmm.
like to ask him? He puts the sword on his hip, and you see him kind of take a small silk cloth off the side of his hip and wipe the sweat from his brow.
So to turn this guy mortal, we have to fuck with something that has the souls of all his people.
Yeah, you have to wipe out his race for no good reason if you want to kill him. Yeah.
But
I'm
don't
still.
ultimately we just want to know how to banish or permanently kill um the plant lady?
Now, earlier he made reference to you didn't cut her off at the roots. What do you think that means?
We
We
have
probably
to
have to destroy the
get
tree
the
itself.
tree. Yeah.
He was about to do it, but then he got jumped by a bunch of her mooks, and it ruined his plans.
But wait, I
So
thought if we kill her, then it's bad. But
Wait,
we did want to kill her, but killing her means she's alive. Right?
wait, does Bob just say this in front of him?
Yeah.
wait, sorry, he cut out. What did he say?
He basically just fessed up to your evil plan in front of him. Um, so Talk turns around and says, "What did your Slavian friend say? I didn't quite catch it. My common is a bit rusty."
Oh, We're trying to kill her, but when we kill her, she's alive. Then.
Ah, I see. Yeah, there's a bit of a trick with her. You gotta cut her off at the roots. Did you remember how she was walking around, planted firmly on the ground, those stings burrowed into the soil?
So you're saying she must be lifted into the air, separated from the ground, then killed.
Ah, yes. I was thinking of simply slicing the roots and then driving my blade into her foul heart, but I was also going to try that too.
Do we have
Unfortunately,
to do we have to kill her, or is it does she have to be dead, or does she have to just not be here?
no, that's like out of character, right?
Um, sure.
Okay. I'm going to leave that out of character. All right. Zatok wants to kill them because his people were wiped out by the Dalkir, except for him. He's the last one of his people. Um, he hates them. He hates them. So he finally caught wind of one of them, and he's been trying to hunt them down for a very long time. And so he went out here to clobber them. So you lot beating her up and making him have to wait a little bit longer doesn't really piss him off too much because he knows he has time on his side and he knows where she is now. And the Dalkir also know that now. So things are going to get a little weird for him.
Right. What if we just banish her? Like, I've got plane shift, which essentially I can just banish her forever to someplace, and but if she dies there, she'll probably if
Here's
she
the
dies on
weird
a different plane, would she come back?
Here's the weird thing about the Dalkir. They come from the plane of madness. The plane of madness, you heard the druid make reference to, I can't send you any troops because it would break the seals. There's these magical seals on Corvair that prevent travel to and from Zoriat, the plane of madness, because the last time it was open, the Dalkir invaded and they nearly wiped out all mortal races except that the goblins, their race as a collective, hit them so hard and so fast and helped the druids seal everything away that it prevented the invasion. But unfortunately, the Dalkir cursed them with this thing known as the Whispering Madness, which is referenced in the prophecy, which made them go crazy, and it shattered their empire, allowing humans to dominate Corvair. Zatok is the last remnant of that empire that's still native to that time period, because the rest of the goblins managed to escape, but they buried themselves underground out of fear of the Dalkir. The Dalkir technically can't leave their heart planes. They can't be banished from it. They can't be separated from it at any length. They have limited influence, which is why they make a bunch of weird jackasses that go to the surface to harass people. So she's stuck here. Zatok just never knew where the hell her heart plane was, and now he finally fucking found it, so he can just keep bothering her forever until she dies, which is a problem. And he's not going to stop. And you can tell he's gripping his sword. He's got this kind of smirk on his face, like imagine you come up with a really good comeback right after the fight, but this time he came up with the comeback during the fight. He's got this smugness to him. So the problem with the Dow.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, you're asking about the banishment and stuff. The Scarlet
Well,
Star.
it's technically I can do plane shift, which is a one-way ticket to a different plane.
Yeah, you can't do that necessarily with the Dalkir. They're bound to the plane,
Right.
except technically Silcoil, which is something the Scarlet Stockings will fill you in on next Sunday, because they have an entire session dedicated to answering the question you're asking me right now. So as soon as they figure it out, I'll give you the information on it. You're on the right track. It's something that technically can be done, but it's deeply esoteric and weird. So if you want to do some downtime between this session and the next one to do a little book learning, you can assist the Scarlet Stockings on it, and that's something that's totally allowed.
Okay.
Now, are there any other questions we want to ask him as we make our way up to the surface?
No. The Just Bob's eyes are glazed over with all this information pouring in. He's so confused.
Oh my god, he got hit by confusion. Oh no, he's just like that. So what brought you lot down to these depths? It took me thousands of years to find a place like this.
Well, as I said earlier, we were told to go eliminate Avash. They were an annoyance to the Fae.
His ears kind of perk back, and he says, "The Fae sent you here. They tend to not be so meddlesome. What made them change tactic?"
They were very annoyed with all this damage to nature.
They do have that habit. It's not very
Yeah,
common.
looks like Avash may have stepped on some toes inadvertently. Yeah.
Perhaps they stumbled into the wrong garden.
Yes, they didn't do it with the right ritual to accompany the disrespect, I guess.
Oh, there's no need for such sophistry. I find the best spell is a sword. Tends to get things done rather quickly. Now, let's just say that it's been a couple of hours and whatnot, and you make your way up to the surface. You can see that some of the tendrils and other things have been retreating, and there's a bit of normalcy being restored um, to the environment. Tatak looks at the lot of you and gives you a kind of deep, reverent bow and says, "I thank you for your assistance down there. But next time, let me land a few more blows. I think we can have this thing sorted out in no time. I'm going to make camp out here. I'm going to wait for it to make the next move, and then I'm going to dive in. You're welcome to join me, but let's remember that we're on the same side here. She needs to die. She's not of this plane, not of this world, not a thing that deserves the sweet breath of life. I will stifle whatever fire was placed in its breast, and I will stomp down the cinders into motes of ash, and then I will scatter the ash to the winds so that not even another mote is within miles of another. You can assist me if you wish, but if I sense anything in you that will stop me, I will put you down. Does that make sense?
We understand.
I'm glad we are of like mind. Now, I will start up a fire. Perhaps we can find something around here that has not been corrupted by its influence, and we can have a decent meal. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, let's close it out right there. Yeah, good job, gang. Let me end the session.